Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to my channel. Hey, Stir, I thought we were on day 5. This is day 4. Are we on day 4? What is it? Dang it, it's Friday. I thought it started Monday. Did it start on Tuesday? So confused from playing catch up. Oh, thank you, Nancy. I was actually thinking about cutting my hair, but I heard it on the side and I was pretty good. So I'm not going to cut it. You got to do something every once in a while. Are we on day 5? Really? I mean, day 4? Because I thought we were on day 5. Does she have trouble? Oh, yes, she does. The state sought to limit testimony of a defense witness, Dr. Stephanie Pavlons, the doctor whose expertise are in toxicology. The doctor whose expertise is in ER medicine and toxicology claimed in a report that Pavlons' body was easily visible. She stated no evidence to conceal the remains. The state objected beyond the scope of her expertise. Judge Ramirez ruled the location of the body or its visibility. Well, yeah, absolutely. Hey, Jen, are you still in here? No, you're not. Probably fixing to go live at Disney. That's one of the streams I'm going to be on Sunday is Magic Adventures. So I will put her link in, or you can put in for me too. Yeah, she's an ER doctor. ER medicine and toxicology. Yeah, that's outside the scope of her expertise to say the body in the woods was clearly visible. Yeah, she works in the ER. Yeah, that's out of her scope of expertise. They were gonna. That's weird. Why would they try to call in an ER doctor to say that she was easily visible where she was? That's bizarre. So Jennifer's gone already too, but hi, Jennifer. Hey, Judy. Hey, Nancy. Hey, Wiggles. Hey, Michelle. This is day 4. What day did this try to start? I just sworn we were on day 5. $28, $29, $30. No, we're on day 4. Alrighty then. I don't even know what day it is, for crying out loud. I will fix that later. We're going to watch the truck. Oh my gosh. If anybody needs a Disney trip after yesterday, no, I need a Disney trip. I don't need more sleep. I need a Disney trip. I didn't tell you guys about the guy that was some different. I want your friend, a nice person. What? I've only said hello to you. You said hello. I said hello back. How do you know I'm a nice person? He goes, so what are you doing? Streaming a trial. Well, what's the case about? So I give him the link. He does not come to the stream. Couple hours later, StreamYard behave. Couple hours later, he texts me again. So what are you up to? Still live streaming a trial. He goes, oh, it must be good. You're hooked. I said, no, I stream trials Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. He goes, are you rooting for the prosecution or the defense? I blocked him. I'm like, happy Halloween, Carla. I was just like, dude, if you want to hang out with me and be my friend, come to my channel and hang out with me on there. Nope. Just wanted to talk to me privately. I'm like, nope. I was like, I'm happily married. He's like, oh, I wish you and your husband the best, but I just want to be your friend. 6 Discord channels? Wow, Carla. Thank you. So, yeah, that's the third guy this week, y'all. Where were these guys when I was single? They're coming out of the woodwork now. I don't understand. Leave me alone. I'm happily married.
Obviously, of course, you still are Nathan Clements, right?
That is correct.
Okay, go ahead.
So good morning, sir.
Good morning.
When we had left off yesterday, I had you read through a series of Skype messages that were exchanged between Mr. Pahl and a woman that you eventually identified as Norma Jean Delafield, correct?
Correct.
Was that a full and complete representation of all the messages between them?
No.
Just some selected excerpts we presented to the jury, correct?
Correct.
There'd be hundreds, if not thousands, of Skype messages between Mr. Pahl and Ms. Desierto in reality, correct?
Correct.
Okay. I'd like to now put up Exhibit 149 for the witness only, please.
All right, it's up.
And if you could just scroll down just a bit. Okay. Are you able to identify 149?
Yes.
What is 149?
These will be excerpts from Skype conversations between Mr. Pahl and Sherlyn Valente.
Ms. Valente is the second woman from the Philippines that he was communicating with on a regular basis?
That's correct.
Okay. And, sorry if you said this, what method or application were they using to communicate?
These were Skype.
And these were retrieved or extracted directly from Mr. Pahl's phone that was seized in 2022?
Correct.
Okay. Do you believe Exhibit 149 is an accurate representation of some of the messages between Mr. Pahl and Ms. Valente?
Yes, it is.
Move to admit 149, permission to publish, Your Honor.
Okay, any objection?
No, sir.
All right, it's admitted.
So we're going to have you read through these again. Unfortunately, there's more of these than there was yesterday, but please read slowly. And if you could, I guess for ease, we didn't make a record of this yesterday, but we've shaded Mr. Pahl's conversation in green and Ms. Valente is. And we've noted the date and time that these conversations are occurring.
Correct.
Okay. So we'll go ahead and start with line 2 on this page, which is page 1.
This is an outgoing message from Mr. Pahl on August 19th, 2022 at 6:43 a.m. Also, you really had no reason to apologize to Stephanie. That was my conclusion after reading your text. It had nothing to do with anything she said. In fact, I don't even talk to her about you. I don't even like talking to her because she just thinks about herself recently anyways. I'm asking you to just leave her alone for now. That's just basically an emergency contact. I don't think she will be a friend anyways. Sherlyn Valente responds 8/19/22 at 6:46 a.m. She didn't respond yet, so I guess she wouldn't talk to me anymore. Whether she takes it or not, I apologize for my own peace of mind.
I know, Marty.
Matthew Pahl, outgoing on 8/19/22, 7:12 a.m. No of that matters because I asked you once already to stop. I'm not someone at school where your word supersedes everyone else. So I have to tell you this way. Don't make me ask you again, because I will set it up. I will set it up. Won't be able to talk to her. Also, not only we will be checking on your attorney, but we will be making another stop. And by chance, if you do not agree, then I know I can't proceed with you any further. So I'm not just giving you.
Yeah, Carla, he hates me. That's why he keeps showing up every day, because he absolutely detests me. And he's here every day to give me a hard time.
Time to think about it, because you won't be able to hide if you're playing games with me. So I'm not going to mention this again until I get there. Valente responds on 8/19/22 at 7:15 a.m. None of that matters. It's up to you, hon. Matthew Pahl responds 8/19/22 at 7:29 a.m. So you don't understand? I know it's up to me, just like it's up to you if you want to be honest. If not, then I'll move on. Matthew Pahl again responds at 8/19/22 at 7:30 a.m. I have a lot to do. Sherlyn Valente responds 8/19/22 at 7:31 a.m. I said I do understand. I mean, it's okay for me, whatever it is, as long as it is safe. Because I don't have any idea. Matthew Pahl responds 8/19/22 at 7:32 a.m. It's getting close, so I'm just not going to play games with my future. Of course it's going to be safe, but I'm just not going to tell you until I get there. Sherlyn Valente responds 8/19/22 at 7:33 a.m. Okay, you said it is safe, and I trust you. Thar means, spelled Tharmeans. I have nothing to worry about. No one is playing games here, hon. Let me scroll down. Matthew Pahl responds 8/19/22 at 7:36 a.m. To make a long story short, I'm just going to show you that the truth always comes out. So like I said before, just be honest with me about everything before I get there, and there will be no problems. Matthew Pahl again responds 8/19/22 at 7:38 a.m. Yes, hon, and I'm not trying to make you feel worse. I'm just being honest with you because I'm hoping my future will be in the Philippines with a good, honest girlfriend. Sherlyn Valente responds 8/19/22 at 7:40 a.m. Yes, hon, but hopefully after all these things you want to do, you'll stop suspecting me about things. I don't do, it's really hard to listen and breathe, R-E-N, to Sherlyn Valente again responds 8/19/22 at 7:40 a.m. Thanks, hon. I will rest and be early to bed. Don't really feel good. Matthew Pahl responds 8/19/22 at 7:42 a.m. That's unnecessary right now. Don't make simple things into drama. It will be really easy. Matthew Pahl responds 8/19/22 at 7:43 a.m. Good night for now. It's FIR. Let you emotions settle down. Matthew Pahl again responds at 8/19/22 at 6:23 p.m. I know last Sunday you were very busy when you were mad at me. I just hope you're not telling people about any of our business. That's what I'm very concerned about. Matthew Pahl responds 8/19/22 at 6:23 p.m.
And a second, do me a favor, it's, when you do the numbers, the dates and the times, slow down just a little bit, okay?
Yep.
So our clerk, thank you.
If the date stays the same, why don't you just read the time?
I can do that.
Okay.
So this is Matthew Pahl outgoing at 6:23 p.m. Things need to be worked out between us, and other people should not be in our business. I just want you to know that how I feel. Okay, back to sweating. Matthew Pahl responds 9:33 p.m. Just making you think. In order to do what I want to do, I need trust with right women. My uncle did it, so I know I can. When he was gone, his girlfriend, then the future wife, did exactly what she was supposed to do. And look where they are today. Matthew Pahl responds 9:41 p.m. Material things don't mean anything to me anymore. I just want to set everything up and make sure that person will be able to take care of me. That's it. That's the whole plan. Matthew Pahl responds on 8/20 of 2022 at 9:45 a.m. Hey, before I forget, were you on Messenger today at 3 p.m. there? Sherlyn Valente responds at 5:31 p.m. Hon, I just checked my message. 6:25 p.m. Wait, I'll comment on your feeble defense. As we know, Messenger works when you're on it or when you message through Facebook. Your light goes on, and I'm sorry, but your light was on many times late at night. We won't elaborate on who yet. Matthew Pahl responds at 6:26 p.m., just like I know you were on 53 minutes ago. Matthew Pahl responds at 6:31 p.m., I won't debate with you. When I get there, just hope you pass tests, because if you don't, I'll understand you can't change, and that's okay because I'll make change. Matthew Pahl responds 6:32 p.m., you can't lie or make up stories to the test. It's final. It says YN Angel. Matthew Pahl responds at 6:38 p.m., all I ask is loyalty and honesty, and I'll guarantee I will change the right person's life. Anyways, coffee now. Matthew Pahl responds at 6:55 p.m., no light here does not go on when somebody calls you. Both Layla and Stephanie have showed me this before I sent you that computer. Matthew Pahl responds at 6:59 p.m., enough right now, hon. If you want good partner, you have to be one as well. Yes, I know parents have called late. Matthew Pahl responds on 8/21 of 2022, 3:49 a.m. Hey, if you so broke, how you afford food and catnip, if I may ask? Matthew Pahl responds at 3:51 a.m. Oh, I guess you're not broke, or you wouldn't need to borrow. Matthew Pahl responds at 4:09 a.m. Don't tell me what to think or say. Tell that to your husband. Matthew Pahl responds at 4:17 a.m. I'm done with your drama. I'll be talking to the Virgin this morning. She doesn't talk stupid. Matthew Pahl responds at 4:19 a.m. You bet, in fact, she is moving up for me to see first. You hurt yourself with your lies and your B. That's followed by 7 asterisks, so it's B and then 7 asterisks, and your smart mouth. Matthew Pahl responds at 4:20 a.m. Until you can talk to me with respect and stop blaming me for your problems, don't text me. The next, Matthew Pahl responds on 9/5 of 2022 at 6:42 a.m.
Okay, before you read that, let me ask you a question. That's a pretty big gap from August 21 to September 5, correct?
Correct.
Were there messages in there that we just didn't include in our exhibit?
I believe their messages had stopped and Skype at that point.
There was no communication between Mr. Pahl and Ms. Valente for a couple of weeks?
Correct.
Okay. Go ahead, please read line 36.
Matthew Pahl responds on September 5th, 2022 at 6:42 a.m. What's the matter? You don't check emails like your messenger. Matthew calls an outgoing call at 11:02 a.m. It's 2 hours, 6 minutes, and 32 seconds. And then Matthew Pahl has an outgoing text at 8:33 p.m. Yep, when I get back, I'll be checking the flight tickets. I can't believe this time is coming soon. And it has happy at the end. Matthew Pahl responds on September 7th, 2022 at 6:37 a.m. Wiggling, W-I-G-G-L-I-N-G. I can't see, don't do any good. You tell that to everyone, that you're going to make it up to them. How? Through dreams? You also had more than a year to be friends with Steph. Now suddenly you want to act like friend. Then back in April, I tell you, just leave her alone. But your excuse is she reached out to you. So what? Sherlyn Valente responds at 6:40 a.m. I'm sorry about Steph. I just realized that she's been so good to me, and all she needed was a friend, and I failed her. Sherlyn Valente responds at 6:42 a.m. I just thanked her because, COZ, despite of everything, she still managed to reach out to me. I felt like my conscience was bothering me. I should have done better. You're right. It was too late. Sorry, hon. Matthew Pahl responds at 7 a.m. I just deleted what I wrote because I'm going to show you on video one day. Yes, you're right, but it's okay because the situation was funny, hon. I told you she wasn't being a good friend either, and to just leave it alone. Chat later about that. I'm washing up now. Sherlyn Valente responds at 7:02 a.m. Okay, hon, sorry again. I know there's no one who knows her best but you. I just want to show her some respect for being kind to me as well. Okay, baby, wash up good. Matthew Pahl responds at 7:33 a.m. I like when I get short, close to honest answers, and it says hysterical in parentheses, because I already, your phone had a flurry of activity close to 9 a.m. your time. I just don't have the time or patience anymore to keep checking. Either people are going to be honest with me or they're not. If they're not, then they have to move on, and I've gone through too much stress with Steph and her problems. Sometimes I wonder if I'm ever going, yes, hon, we will. Everything is different when we meet in person. I know, and you always say it, that you're sweet and loving person, which I could feel even on screen. I always pray for us, hon. Matthew Pahl has an outgoing message on September 9th, 2022 at 3:55. Responds at 4:11 p.m. with a call. It's 14 minutes and 10 seconds.
Hi, Carla.
Sherlyn Valente at 5:27 p.m. Sends a message. It just says her name. It says Sherlyn, Sherlyn, M. Valente, Valente, and it says, we block, it's BLK, and then a space, the number 5. Samagata, it's Samagta. Floodway. Danglita, it's Dalanghita, and then ST. And it's a capital B, RGY.
Marty, I am old. I just
Sam,
don't look my
SAM,
age.
Space Juan, and then space Tate, Taytay, Rizal, Rizal. Sherlyn Valente responds at 5:28 p.m. 0927751644. Sherlyn Valente responds at 5:31 p.m. Zip code 1920. And Sherlyn Valente calls Mr. Pahl at 5:54 p.m. It's a 57-minute and 52-second call. Matthew Pahl sends a message on September 11th, 2022 at 3:49 p.m. I'm going to delete this text after I tell you something, but I really shouldn't text it. Sherlyn Valente responds at 3:50 p.m. Okay, if it will help you get that out of your chest. Matthew Pahl responds at 3:50 p.m. Can you call me for just 2 minutes? Then I'll let you go after I spank your butt.
Get that
Sherlyn
out of your
Valente responds at
chest.
4:07 p.m. She calls, and it's a 14-minute and 24-second call. Matthew Pahl replies with a message at 9 p.m. I hope I make it through tomorrow. Nothing stupid happens. Sherlyn Valente responds at 9:03 p.m. That's great. Remember, if you'll be invited for interrogation or anything, it says Renain, it's Renain, calm, because, BCOZ, you can think better when you're calm. Sherlyn Valente responds at 9:04 p.m. After all, you know the truth, and the truth will always come out. Matthew Pahl replies at 9:08 p.m. The family called, and somebody said nobody has seen her. Matthew Pahl replies with another message at 9:08 p.m. or heard.
And that completes exhibit. Again, as with the case of Ms. Desierto, there were many, many other messages between Mr. Pahl and Ms. Valente that are not in exhibit 149, correct?
That's correct.
Yes, sir.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. You heard yesterday afternoon when you were reading the Skype messages with Mr. Pahl and Ms. Desierto, there was a message in which he referred to being with his dad and doing some banking business with his dad and things like that, correct?
Yes.
Did you make an effort to observe in Paul?
Yes.
And were you able to obtain phone records to show contact between them? And that would be Matthew Paul.
That's correct.
You knew the telephone number for Mr. Marvin Paul as well. Put on this for documents.
Yes.
48.
Starting phone contact between Matthew Pahl and his father, Marvin.
Yes.
The date range is June 21st of 2022 through September 17th of 2022.
And is this a true and accurate summary of the phone records detailing contact between Matthew Pahl and his father?
Yes.
Move to admit 148 and permission to publish. Your
Any
Honor.
objection? All right, 148 admitted. Go ahead.
Can you zoom in on that a little bit, please? Make it a little easier to read. One of these.
Thank you.
There's the good news. But I'd like to start at the top, and the very first entry, excuse me, is for a date of June 21 of 2022.
Correct.
Did they have telephone contact that day?
It appears they had a short duration. There was a short duration phone call.
And these are Matthew Pahl's records, so incoming means that his dad was calling him?
Correct.
Okay. So line 1 suggests that his dad called him. It was a 19-second phone call on June 21 of 2022, correct?
Correct.
The next line I see is the date of August 26, 2022, correct?
Correct.
Matthew Pahl and Marvin Pahl that are not on Exhibit 148 from June 21 to August 26.
Not with the number that we have from Marvin Pahl.
Okay. So it was about 2 months since they had last spoken, according to the phone records that we had available.
Correct.
Okay. And on that date of August 26, it appears Matthew called Marvin, correct?
Yes.
And they spoke for a period of 7 minutes and 50 seconds.
Correct.
The next call, they speak over an hour,
Correct.
hour 23 minutes, correct?
That's correct.
The date of 10th, block in the afternoon, 13:06. Well,
Yep.
12:10 and 13:06. There's 2 phone calls from Matthew to Marvin, both about 17 minutes.
Correct.
Okay, there's nothing outside of this that we didn't put in the chart.
Not between not between Matthew Pahl's number and phone number for Marvin Pahl's father.
Okay. Now, the last entry there is on September 17th of 2022, around the hour of 1500, which is 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
At that point, there was a search warrant being served at Matthew Pahl's residence.
All right. Continuing with items recovered from Matthew Pahl's 20.
StreamYard, knock it off.
Do you recognize 151?
Yes.
What is 151, please?
151 is the search history from Mr. Pahl's cellular phone that was taken on September 17th, 2022.
Okay. And is this a document that you generated?
Yes.
How'd you do that?
We take, when we do the forensic download, it's like a Cellbrite is the program that's used. You're able to tag certain items you find for evidence or pertinent items to your investigation. And those items you can flag and generate a report, which will just pull those out as opposed to the entire phone.
You may have been searching for recipe, but that wasn't using flag that or tag it.
That's correct.
Okay. So there's other searches, but these are the ones that you thought were relevant to this investigation.
Correct.
Okay. Is this a true and accurate representation of the search history or the web history that you reviewed on Mr. Pahl's 2022 phone?
Yes.
Move
Any objection? No, sir. It's admitted, and you may publish.
So in this exhibit, the date and time is actually in reverse order, correct? At top, and then we're going to go down.
Correct.
Okay. Can you just explain the various columns, the ones that are relevant or that contain information?
So it'll show, it says title is that, I guess that second box or second column. That'll be the title of
What the heck, streamer? You were fine during Brooks.
and then the next one will have the last visit. It'll also have the date and the time.
Okay.
And farther over, it goes through, it'll show source was Chrome. That would be the browser that they used to search, and it shows evidence created tags. You know, that's us marking that as an evidence. And then it goes through the source file information. I can't speak to everything on the source file information on the fact that it comes from a Samsung.
Mr. Matthew
Pahl's.
Pahl's device.
Correct,
Okay.
with the Samsung.
Okay. All right, so we're going to go back over, and again, not going to have you read all of these, but just kind of start with first page here, and let's kind of talk through this. These are all searches from the date of September 17th of 2022,
Correct,
and around the time of 12:27 p.m.?
correct.
Okay. So the first one is a search for what?
It is a Waukesha County obituaries.
Okay. Keep going down, please. Row three.
Thelen is Thelen. Funeral services, it's a funeral home in North Prairie.
Okay. Couple of searches for the funeral home, correct?
Correct. And there's
Then row five.
row 5 is it's search results for Pavlons.
Same thing in row 6.
Correct.
Okay, row 7,
Again with Waukesha County obituaries.
again with the funeral home.
Correct.
Okay, keep scrolling, please. Okay, let's stop on row 10.
That was it says dead body found by construction crew in Delafield, Waukesha County News, and it says gmtoday.com.
And what do you know GM Today to be?
That's the Waukesha Freeman.
Okay, that's their website.
Correct.
Okay, and when was that search occurring?
That is September 17, 2022. It says 12:22 p.m.
All right, did you ever get a chance to review that article? Was there an article published in the Freeman related to this investigation?
Yes.
And it was available online as well?
Correct.
Did you ever get a chance to review that article?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to ask to leave 151 for a minute and put up 159. Just for the witness, yes.
That's up.
It's up, okay. Does this look familiar to you, sir?
Yes.
What is this?
This is the article from that URL that searched.
Okay. And is this a true and accurate depiction of the information that was printed both online and I believe was in the print newspaper of the Freeman?
Yes.
Okay. I'll move to omit 159, permission to publish, Your Honor.
Any objection?
No, sir.
159 is admitted.
So we see the headline of the article, correct?
Correct?
And that's the exact way it was termed or phrased in Mr. Pahl's web history, correct?
Correct.
Okay, and then if we could scroll down, please. What's in the middle of that picture? What's depicted there?
That would be the overview of a location where the body was discovered.
Okay. And is this the entirety of the information that was published in this newspaper article?
Yes.
Merely says that a dead body was found and refers to it as a deceased person, correct?
Correct.
No identification made of who the person was,
No.
not even the gender of the person.
No.
And to your knowledge, sir, is this the extent of the information that was made known publicly by the Waukesha County Sheriff's Office?
Yes.
This was actually from a press release that went out, right?
That's correct.
Okay. At no time did you publicly identify the deceased as Stephanie Pavlons?
No.
no time did you ever say this was a deceased female in the woods, anything like that?
No.
Okay, no details other than this.
Correct.
Okay. All right, if we could please go back to 151, please. So we were on line 10. Again, please continue to scroll through the rows, please. More searches for Ms. Pavlons on the 17th.
Correct.
More searches for for the name Pavlons on the 16th.
Correct.
And obituary searches.
Correct.
Okay. Keep scrolling, please. Now we're on A. These same search terms are being used. Pavlons, correct?
Correct.
Obituaries are being searched, correct?
Correct.
That same newspaper article is being searched, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Keep scrolling, please. Now we're on the date of September 15th. Exact same thing, right?
Correct.
Okay. Keep scrolling. The 14th, September 13th. Checking obituaries, checking the news articles,
Correct.
and checking on Pavlons, correct?
Correct.
Prior to this, or when all this web history is going on, you had not yet spoken to Matthew Pahl, correct?
I personally did not speak to Mr. Pahl at all in any interview. So I had never spoken with Mr. Pahl. No law enforcement had spoken with Mr. Pahl
Okay.
at this point.
No law enforcement at all. No, not Detective Fredericks. Nobody from your department had interviewed him yet and said Stephanie was missing.
Correct.
Okay. Keep going, please. September 13th. Keep going. Now we're on September 12th, same types of searches.
Correct.
Obituaries, funeral homes, and the name of Pavlons, correct.
Correct.
September 12th. Keep scrolling, please. September 11th, same searches.
Correct.
September 10th. Well, there's a search for a towing service on the 10th.
Yes, there is.
Okay. Did that have any relevance to your investigation, sir?
No.
Okay. September 10th. Same search terms.
Correct.
Okay, now we're on line 58 or row 58. We're on the date of September 3, 2022.
Correct.
Correct? Same search terms.
Yes.
Okay. Some other Google entries there, not relevant to this investigation, correct?
Those were at storage
Okay.
searches, and at that point, we didn't know if there were storage locations that were pertinent or involved in anything with this investigation, so that at that point, in the beginning of this investigation, that was something that was flagged as evidence in case there could be anything
Okay, I see.
later learned.
All right, what about row 62 there, the name of Richard D. or Rich Pavlons? What's the relevance of that?
Well, that's Stephanie's father's name, and I believe it was also her brother's name.
Her brother that passed away?
Correct.
Okay. And that was a search on August 31 of 2022?
That's correct.
Okay, keep scrolling, please. August 29th, same search terms.
Correct.
August 28th, Stephanie Pavlons,
Correct.
obituaries. August 26th, search for Stephanie Pavlons on line 71,
Correct.
and obituaries.
Correct.
And then we get to the end, which is August 24th, correct?
Correct.
Okay. And even Mr. and Mrs. Pavlons didn't know that their daughter was deceased until the date of September 12th, correct?
That's correct.
All right, sir, I'm going to move on from Mr. Paul's cell phone, and I'm going to ask you about some other records that you obtained. Were you able to obtain Facebook records for Stephanie Pavlons' Facebook account?
Yes.
And Mrs. Pavlons had told you at that first interview that she had a Facebook page, correct?
Correct.
And she showed it to you, and you were able to see that she had it under a different name, is that right?
That's correct.
What name did she have it under?
She had it under Stephanie Hall.
Okay. And were you able to obtain a court order authorizing you to get the Facebook records for Stephanie Pavlons
Yes.
from Facebook?
Yes.
Okay. Is it the same method that you had kind of described for T-Mobile? I assume they send these to you in a digital format?
That's correct.
Okay. And then was this a... Okay. I'm going to start out with Exhibit 188, please. for the witness only.
It's up.
All right. Did you come across a Facebook conversation that Ms. Pavlons was having with a person by the name of Andy Zakos?
Yes,
And that's spelled Czaskos, correct?
correct.
Okay. The range of the messages between Ms. Pavlons and Mr. Zakos go from June 30th of 2022 up until August 19th of 2022. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay. And this is a total of 8 pages here?
Yes,
Okay. Is this a true and accurate representation of the Facebook exchange between Ms. Pavlons and Mr. Zakos?
yes.
Did we omit or leave out any conversations in this exhibit?
No.
Okay. Move to omit 188, permission to publish, Your Honor.
Any objection? 180 admitted.
So the very first entry we see here is June 30th of 2022, correct?
Correct.
And when you had met with Mrs. Pavlons in September, she shared with you and Detective Frederick's the last post that she could see on Stephanie's page, which was also dated June 30th of 2022. Do you remember that?
I do not.
Okay.
Sorry.
All right, let me put up, what's the number on that one? Do you remember? Sorry, Judge, we've located it. 204 for the witness only. Well, no, this has been admitted and published. So we'll put that up, 204. Remember now that Mrs. Pavlons had shared this with you and Detective Fredericks.
Yes,
And this is what Stephanie put out so that anybody that was friends with her on Facebook would see it, correct?
correct.
Okay. Now if we could go back to 188, please. And the first thing we see is an entry from Andy on that date of June 30, 2022 at 7:17 p.m., correct?
Correct.
And he says, I'm always your friend, right?
Correct.
And then around this time of June 30, all of the other entries on this page 1 are conversations between Stephanie Pavlons and Andy Zakos, kind of sharing their feelings with each other and indicating that they, or Andy basically says, they talk about getting together, right?
Yes,
And Andy shares that he's been depressed, correct?
correct.
And the middle of the page at 11:02 p.m. UTC, which is Universal Time, correct?
Correct.
And so we have to do some math if we want to know the time in Waukesha, Wisconsin.
Correct.
-5,
Yes, -5
okay?
this time.
And so she writes, I've been in a dark place myself for a little while now, correct?
Yes,
Okay. And then she goes on and says, I'm sorry about how your son made you feel. I do know how that hurts deeply, right?
correct.
Okay, and then at the bottom there, Mr. Zakos continues to say how depressed he is and he's upset and he's crying. And
Yes,
she replies, Stephanie replies at 23:53 UTC. Yes, plus feeling like your existence is worthless and hurtful to others. I feel like I don't even deserve to breathe air, correct?
that's correct.
Okay. Then they keep scrolling down, please. They continue this conversation. On July 1 at 01, or at the time of 00:01 UTC,
Yes.
what does Stephanie write there, please?
Oh, I'm so sorry. Please know that you are not alone and realize that kids sometimes don't realize how bad they hurt parents' feelings in the heat of things.
And what's the next thing she says?
I will say a prayer for you. Sounds like we both need some fun and healing.
Okay. And then Andy replies,
It's been almost 4 weeks of tears. Now the tears start flowing again. When will the pain go away?
what does she say?
It's IDK, so I don't know. Still working on it myself.
Okay. And if you could please scroll down. Keep going. We're going to move further down there. Continue to have some conversations on July 1st, July 3rd, correct?
Correct?
Okay. And Mr. Zakos is explaining about the argument or the disagreement he had with his son, correct?
Correct?
Okay. Keep going. Keep going. we're going to, okay, go back up, please. All right. So now we're on like the July 21 of 2022, correct?
Yes,
And she says, or I'm sorry, he says at 10:41 UTC, I've been depressed a lot, happiness is gone, right?
correct.
And what does she say?
Maybe we can change that.
And Andy's reply?
How?
And she says,
By getting together Saturday if you're not busy.
okay, keep reading the exchange, please.
Contact me later when you're not busy, all right? Andy replies, after 2:30. Stephanie replies, yes, that's fine.
Then on the date of, there's apparently no more contact between them on Facebook, right?
According to the records, yes.
Okay, and then on August 18th of 2022, what does Stephanie say?
Hey, Andy, how are you doing? He replies, I'm okay, just relaxing. Stephanie replies, I'm bored and starting laundry. Want to get together tonight.
Okay, Andy says what?
What city are you in these days?
And Stephanie says,
You could come out to Delafield and we could get some dinner.
okay. We're on page 7 now. What do we see on page 7?
That's a picture of Miss Pavlons.
Okay. Can you tell where this picture is taken?
I don't know.
Okay. Do you observe the black vest that she's wearing in this picture?
Yes.
Okay. And it appears she's got somewhat of a smile on her face?
Yes.
Okay. All right, keep going down to page 8. Okay, so after, did Stephanie send that picture to Andy? Is that what that means?
Yes.
Okay. And then after she sends that picture, what does he say?
He replies, I have my son here, plus I work in the morning. Stephanie replies, how well does he eat/behave? I'm very friendly and could really use some company. Andy replies, we already ate dinner, that's why I'm relaxing. What's wrong that you could use some company? And it shows that Stephanie called Andy.
Okay. And they talk for how long?
The duration is, it says 11:36.
Okay. And then the next entry on August 19th, 2022 at 0133 UTC. This is from Stephanie?
Correct.
Okay, go ahead.
It just says, and I'm sorry about not getting back to you. I ended up putting the closing the dryer, and then I put some makeup pond, and I don't know what I thought. I was gonna go maybe into one of these bar/restaurants, but I just ended up going to the gas station and picking up some Blue Moon. I'm out walking. I put some shoes on that I got at Good Grill, and they're absolutely killing my feet. So I took them off, and I'm walking barefoot outside, listening to my music, so I'm okay. I just wanted to apologize. I'm sorry for not calling you back sooner. Give me a call tomorrow if you want.
Okay, and then Andy replies?
He ended up stating, okay, I'm in bed.
Okay. And that was the extent of the Facebook messages between Ms. Pavlons and Mr. Zakos starting in June of 2022 through August 19th of 2022.
That's correct.
Okay. Did you also find Facebook messages that appear to have been on Stephanie Pavlon's account, but sent to Sherlyn Valente?
Yes.
I'd like to display for the witness only 152. Do you see 152 on your screen, sir?
I do.
Can you please identify it?
This is going to be a Facebook exchange contacts between Stephanie's Facebook account and Sherlyn Valente.
And what is the date range on these messages, please?
Can you scroll
Well,
back?
yeah, yes, sorry. Whoop, too fast. Right there. Sorry. All right, we're displaying for the witness only the bottom part of page 1. Do you see that, sir?
Yes.
Okay, and you see there's entry there about halfway down the page, beginning on August 13, 2022?
Yes.
Okay. And then there's further entries on September 2 of 2022, correct?
Correct?
And beyond.
Correct.
Okay. Are these a true and accurate representations of entries on Stephanie Pavlons' Facebook records showing communication between her account and Sherlyn Valente?
Yes.
Okay. Move for 152, move for admission and permission to publish.
Any objection? No, sir. All right, it's admitted and may be published.
I want to focus on the last two entries there. Well, last three. August 13th, 2022. There's an entry there, correct?
Correct?
And this is an incoming message?
Yes, it lists the author as the She-Lin account.
Okay. Are you familiar with the She-Lin account?
That'll be the account associated with Sherlyn Valente.
Okay. And what does She-Lin say?
She states, "Hi, Steph. How are you doing? I'm sorry for not responding these few months. Anyway, I just wanted to tell you that I value our friendship. I really do. And thank you. You've been nice to me since day one, and I appreciate it. Hope you're having a great night there."
On these records, is there appear to be any response from Stephanie Hall to that message from Ms. Valente?
There weren't any in the records, no.
Okay. And again, on this exhibit, we did not select excerpts for this exhibit. This is exactly the record as we obtained it.
Correct.
Okay. The next entry I see is on the date of September 2, 2022, correct?
Correct?
And from your investigation and the information throughout the entire police investigation, to include information from the medical examiner's office and the entomologist, we know that Stephanie Pavlons is dead on September 2 of 2022, correct?
That's correct.
There's an incoming message from Ms. Valente on that date?
Correct?
Okay, what does it say?
It says, "Hi, what is it? Sorry, I just read."
Next entry?
"What is that about? Sorry, I'm at work, but you can text me anytime."
And what's the reply from Stephanie? Date and time, please.
There's a reply on September 4th, 2022. It's listed as 10:05 UTC. "What's happened with you and Matt?"
Okay, keep going, please.
The She-Lin account, Ms. Valente replies on September 4th, 2022 at 10:07 UTC. "Hi, I don't know. I'm clueless. I really didn't. It's REALLYNDINT. Know what's happening. Do you have any idea? Cuz, COZ, I've been worrying so much." 10:04 UTC, She-Lin sends, "Please help me." And the She-Lin account also sends something at 10:09, but I don't know what the body is because it didn't show up in the records.
So those are usually like some kind of emoji or
Some
graphic?
Something like that, usually.
Okay. Okay, keep going. 10:11 UTC?
"I don't want to lose him, Steph." She-Lin at 10:33 UTC, "He never gave me his real name." At 10:34 UTC, She-Lin stated, "But I respect him. If he doesn't want to, that's okay with me."
Okay.
She-Lin states at 10:40 UTC, "Steph, I don't have trusted friends either, and I'm glad I met you. In fact, I'm really getting shy with you because I don't want you to think that I only talk to you when I need something. No, it's not that. One day, I'll make it up to you." And at 10:40, the She-Lin account, it just says like. I don't know if she liked something, but it just says like. And then She-Lin states at 10:40 again, "What made him mad?" She-Lin states at 10:41, "I don't want him get mad." She-Lin states at 10:43, "I'm sorry, Steph, if it seemed I'm not interested. I don't mean that." On 9/4 at 10:54 UTC, the Stephanie's account, the Stephanie Hall account, sends a message, "I have belly ache. I need to find medicine. If he says anything, I'll just tell him you care very much, and I just reached out to you. Sorry, I have to rest, but please take care of yourself. And so you know, he always cared for you very much." At 10:54, the She-Lin account reacts with a heart to the message. At 10:58 UTC, the She-Lin account states, "Oh, I'm sorry to hear that you take meds, Steph. and you take care of yourself. I just feel relieved talking to you. I'm so worried about him, and I care for him so much that hopefully we overcome this. And sorry, too, if I don't open my messenger much. I just opened this for work, but I'll surely can receive your messages. Take a rest, Steph. Thank you for reaching out. I really do appreciate it so much. Have a great day. On 9/5, it's, hi, Steph. It's my vacant period. How are you? How's your tummy? The Sheelan account sends a message on 9/7 of 2022 at 1:41 UTC. Hi, Steph. How are you? Hope you're okay now and feel better. Matt and I are now okay. Thank you so much for your advice. Hopefully someday I can make it up to you. Thanks, thanks, thanks. Sheelan account sends a message at 3:23 UTC. Thanks for advice, Steph. That's so sweet of you. I'll keep that on mind. Have a good night's sleep. On 9/10 of 2022 at 20:36 UTC, the Stephanie Pahl account, so Stephanie's account, sends a message, keep in mind, baby, or good spanking, haha. The Sheelan account reacts to this message on September 11th of 2022 at 5:04 UTC. And then the Sheelan account sends a message at 5:06 UTC. You're silly. I just opened Messenger in case you wonder, because it's BCOZ. I'll do my lesson for next week, okay? Morrissey, Morrissey, will accompany me in the grocery store at 3 p.m. He's working with his painting, so I'll do my stuff first.
Okay, and that completes the exchange of messages between the Stephanie Hall account and the Sherlyn Valente account.
That's correct.
Okay. From Ms. Pavlons' Facebook records, were you also able to see, in the relevant time period that we're talking about here, from August 23 to September 9 of 2022, attempted phone contacts from her daughter, Layla?
Yes.
Is it accurate to say that Ms. Pavlons and her daughter, Layla, communicated via Facebook frequently?
Yes.
Messages and phone calls?
Correct.
And it's possible to call somebody through Facebook, correct?
It is.
Okay. And I would like to put up for the witness only Exhibit 183, please.
Right, it's up.
Okay, and we're going to scroll down. Were you able to see? Or do you want to go back up to page one?
Go back up.
Right there. Whoop. Bottom half, please.
Yes.
Going. Okay. Do you recognize 183?
Yes.
Okay. This is a two-page document.
Correct.
And this is 2 pages taken out of hundreds of pages of context between Ms. Pavlons and her daughter Layla, correct?
That's correct. These are not the only communications they had.
Okay. But within the exhibit, we didn't remove anything from one line to another, correct?
Correct.
Okay. And do you believe that 183 is a true and accurate representation of this portion of Ms. Pavlons' Facebook records?
Yes.
Move to admit 183, permission to publish, Your Honor.
Any objection? No, sir. All right, it's admitted, you may publish.
All right, I'm going to ask you to focus, Ms. Gussie, on the bottom half of page 1. So are we seeing a series of missed phone calls from Layla on Ms. Pavlons' account on the bottom of page 1 there, sir?
Yes, we are.
And when do the calls begin?
It's August 25th, 2022, and it's 21:32 UTC time.
Okay. And then there's 3 more missed calls the next day on August 26th of 2022?
Correct.
Okay. And then turn to page 2, please, right there. The very next entry on the top of page 2, please.
That is a message from Layla, and on August 27th, 2022, 1500 UTC.
And what does Layla write?
It says, fine, you know what, fuck you too.
All right, thank you. You could take that one down. All right, we're getting there. Through your investigation, Detective Plennis, did you also obtain email records for Matthew Pahl?
Yes.
And did you specifically recall or obtain records of an email conversation between Mr. Pahl and Sherlyn Valente from the date of August 26th of 2025.
Yes.
I'd like to put up Exhibit 153 for the witness only, please. Do you recognize 153?
Yes.
What is 153?
153 is an email message from, it's a reply, but it's an email message between Sherlyn Valente and an email account that Mr. Pahl used. Identify the name of the email is Phoenix, Phoenix 48481 at gmail.com.
And it indicates that the email exchange was with Miss Sherlyn Valente, correct?
That's correct.
And it appears to be like her work email.
That's correct.
Okay. Is this a true and accurate representation of this email exchange between Mr. Pahl and Ms. Valente?
Yes.
Move to omit 153, permission to publish, Your Honor.
Any objection?
No, sir.
All right, it's admitted, you may publish.
And this is another one we have to read from the bottom up, correct?
That's correct.
Okay. So if we could start at the bottom and tell us what we see there, please.
That's the original message from Sherlyn Valente. It's dated 8/26 of 2022. This is where times are going to be a little difficult, but it's 5:59 a.m. It's listed as GMT time, but it's from Sherlyn to Matthew Pahl's email. The subject states, "I love you so much, hon. Please don't give up on us." Please is spelled Plwase.
And does Mr. Pahl respond?
He does respond on Friday, August 26th, 2022, and it says 2029. "I can't say much now, but I think something bad happened here. Don't ask me through text. I'm not going into texting battles with you. When you're ready to be honest, I'll consider things. Right now, I need to focus and stay positive. Unfortunately, people around me have been drawing me into negativity."
And what's her reply?
Sherlyn replies, "I won't ask. I'll wait for you when you're ready to tell, hon. I care about you. You're important to me. I won't do things that will hurt you. I love you, hon, so much. I'm sorry for adding to your troubles. Please come back to me, hon. I love you."
All right, Detective Plennis, I'm now moving forward to the date of September 18, 2023. Is that date familiar to you?
Yes.
What happens on that date?
A search warrant was done at Mr. Pahl's residence, and he was arrested at that time.
Okay. And at that time, was a second cell phone device seized from Mr. Pahl?
Yes.
So he had a new phone in 2023 because you still had his old phone from 22, correct?
Correct.
Again, were you able, not you personally, but members of the sheriff's office, able to extract the data from that phone?
Yes.
For the witness only, please put up 155.
All right, it's up.
You see what's displayed there, sir?
Yes.
And do you recognize this? This is a list of files on a from a digital folder, correct?
Correct.
And you recognize these items, sir?
Yes.
What is this?
This will be the tagged items or Cellbrite report for Mr. Pahl's cellular phone.
Okay. And was it the same process where members of the computer lab extract the device and then turn over the entire extraction to you?
Correct.
And then you're able to sort through it?
They download or extract the evidence from the information from the phone, and we're able to access it in the computer lab.
Okay. And that's what Exhibit 155 is?
Correct.
Okay. Moving to omit 155, but I don't need to publish it, Your Honor.
All right.
All right, 178 for the witness only, please.
Hang on one second. Do you have any objection to its admission?
No, sir.
Okay, it's admitted, go ahead.
All right, 178.
All right, it's up.
Do you recognize 178?
Yes.
What is 178?
This will be the PDF report from screenshots or images that were found in Mr. Pahl's phone that was obtained in 2023.
Okay. And you generated this document?
Yes.
And as you've described for us earlier, was it the same process on your end that as you go through the phone, you tag or bookmark relevant items?
That's correct.
And then you're able to generate this report?
Correct.
Okay, if you could just go through the pages very quickly so he verify. Is 178 a true and accurate representation of the screenshots or the images recovered from Mr. Pahl's phone?
Yes.
Okay. Move to admit 178, permission to publish.
Any objection? It's admitted, you may publish.
Thank you. Sir, this is 6 pages long. We're not going to go through every one of these, but whether you need to refer to the report or just off of your memory, can you tell us generally what types of screenshots or images you found on Mr. Pahl's device that were of note to this investigation?
There was a screenshot of the scene of, I guess, something that would have been on the news or a website from the news in regards to when we were on scene when Ms. Pavlons' body was located. There are screenshots of the Waukesha County medical examiners, Dr. Shield, I believe Dr. Bidzricki was in there. There are some images of medications, like sertraline is in there. There was an image of undetermined deaths. There was a picture of Ms. Pavlons' driver's license. The Waukesha County Sheriff's Department press release that was sent out to the media the day that we located Ms. Pavlons' body was in there. There were some things in regards to, I believe, there's the picture of a prescription pill bottle that was, I believe, for Ms. Pavlons. There were some other things in regards to like coroners and such.
Coroners?
Yeah, coroners.
Like medical examiners?
Medical examiners.
Okay.
A picture of medication, another medication for Ms. Pavlons. There was, I can't recall exactly, some type of Rule 23 for inquest.
And specific to like probable cause and search warrants, things like that? Perhaps they came through a screenshot.
Correct.
Okay. Circumstantial evidence?
Yes, that was one of them.
Okay. And again, these would have all been from the time of September of 22 through September of 23.
Correct.
So a full year after Stephanie's dead.
That's correct.
Okay. There's the medical examiners. There's
There-
Dr. Shield that testified for us the other day, correct?
Correct. There was the picture, like a screenshot of an injury, or I guess there's a cut or mark or scar on a wrist, which was associated with an email from, I believe, Stephanie Pavlons to her mother.
Okay.
There were screenshots of CCAP or Wisconsin Circuit Court access. Unknown what was searched, but just a screenshot of CCAP.
Okay.
There was contact information for the Detective Bureau captain at the time. There were some duplicates.
Okay, I think we get the idea there. Thank you. You can take down 178 and please put up for the witness only 179. And what is 179, please?
This is going to be the web history of Mr. Pahl's newer cell phone.
Okay. And this one also goes backwards, right?
That's correct.
From time date. And it starts September 11, 2023.
Yes.
And if you can move down to the bottom of the exhibit, please. Through September 15 of 2023, correct?
Correct.
Okay. And again, you created this by tagging the items as you went through the extraction?
Yes.
Is this a true and accurate representation of Mr. Pahl's search history on his 2023 cell phone?
Yes.
Move to admit 179, permission to publish.
Any objection?
No, sir.
All right. It's admitted, you may publish.
Start, sure, you can start at the bottom, that's good. So we're on the date of September 15, 2023, correct?
Correct.
All right, and we're seeing some searches for Waukesha County Medical Examiner?
Correct.
Yes, okay. Obituaries, still searching for obituaries and Pavlons,
That was in August of 2023.
okay. Searching about moving overseas in August of 2023,
Yes.
okay. obituary from August 16th of 2023 and a search for Pavlons.
Correct?
Okay. Searching about certain drugs.
Yes.
Okay. No, September 11th, back searching for the medical examiner.
Correct?
And then as you had described, searching about coroners and inquests and things like that, correct?
Correct.
Okay. All right, thank you. You can take down 179. All right, the last thing I have for you, Detective Plennis, is that you were aware that on September 18th of 2023, you just testified for us, they executed a search warrant at Mr. Pahl's residence, correct?
Correct?
And there were several items seized from his apartment on that date as well?
Yes.
Okay. Do you remember an object described as sort of a briefcase or a computer bag that contained travel documents and things like that in it?
Yes.
Okay. Showing you what's been admitted as State's Exhibit 171. And I'd like you to focus on this document right here in the middle. And please tell the jury what that item is.
This is, it says, "Welcome to the Philippines." Their Bureau of Customs, the travel document. The arriving travelers and crew must fill this customs baggage declaration form.
Okay, so when you travel internationally, usually when you're on the plane, they give you this form and say you got to fill it out before you get there, right?
Correct.
Okay, and is that what that looks like to you, sir?
Yes.
Does this document travel for Mr. Pahl to the Philippines in 2023,
Yes.
indicating that he arrived there on March 16th of 2023
Yes.
and then departed in June?
I know we did depart in June, yes.
June of 2023 he departed.
Correct.
And you got a call from Homeland Security about that, right?
I did.
Tell us about that.
I guess during the investigation, we didn't know where things were going to go at this point. We didn't know where we were. We wanted to know, we knew that Mr. Pahl, and there was talk of traveling to the Philippines. So we had placed an alert to just be notified when or if Mr. Pahl purchased tickets and was going to leave the country. Mr. Pahl left in March of 23, and I did get a call, I believe it was June 14th it was June 14th or June 13th of 23, just advising me that he was about to land in Chicago on his return from the Philippines. That was kind of the extent of that.
Okay. So unfortunately, they did not tell you when he left, like you had asked them to.
They did not.
Okay. All right, just one second, please. All right, thank you, sir. Those are all my questions.
All right, let's take a break, folks. It's 9:56, it's about 10 minutes break or so, okay? All right, have a seat then. And you can step down, sir. Anything else before we break from the state,
No, Your Honor.
from the defense?
Oh, sir.
Okay, very good. Stand down. All right, have a seat, everybody. Thank you very much. All 14 jurors have returned, and you're finished with the witness, Ms. Opper, correct?
Yes, sir, thank you.
Cross-examination, go ahead.
Thank you. Good morning, Detective.
Good morning.
Thank you for being here. If you can't hear me, let me know. Apparently, I've been told I talk slow. But you reviewed all of Mr. Pahl's digital devices that were recovered out of his residence in 2022 and 2023. True?
All of them?
Correct.
Not all of them.
You did review some of his devices, along with Ms. Pavlons' devices that were recovered inside his residence. True?
I went through some of them, yes.
And based upon what the jury just saw, he apparently was using his own devices, but also Ms. Pavlons' devices after she disappeared on August 23rd, 2022, correct?
Correct.
And I'm not sure if you were ever told, but he did tell the detectives who interviewed him in September 17th, 2022, when he was arrested, that he was using Ms. Pavlons' devices after she disappeared. So he actually told the truth, correct?
If that's what he told them, yes.
And in reviewing the devices for both Ms. Pavlons and Mr. Pahl, Ms. Pavlons was also communicating with at least one of these two women in the Philippines, true?
True.
Do you know which one she was communicating with?
I know with, obviously, Ms. Valente. I do believe she also spoke possibly with Ms. Desierto, but I know for sure Ms. Valente.
And again, if you can refresh my memory, which one of the women in the Philippines was nicknamed the Virgin?
The Virgin was Ms. Desierto. So that would have been the Meijin account on Skype, but that would have been Norma Jean Desierto.
Did you see any messages from Ms. Pavlons' digital device to the Virgin?
I know she referenced the Virgin, but I can't say that I saw necessarily, I recall messages too. There may have been.
And, I mean, you saw the note, correct, that was discovered in Mr. Pahl's vehicle by the crime lab, true?
True.
If I can show the witness exhibit number 430, which already has been published.
$431, Mr. Galavis?
Correct.
Thank you.
Jimmy,
You
you're
can also post it to the
counting?
jury.
Oh my God.
I don't have 430.
Well, this is defense exhibit.
He's
430, so I'm
driving
gonna
me
make sure
crazy.
Whether the state gave it.
Well, the actual
don't
note
publish it.
is 53. I don't know about the photograph of the note, sir.
Well,
Is
ask,
this a photograph of the note, sir?
yes, sir.
Okay, then. Sure, you can show it to the witness, and it's
Oh, wait. Is RA counting? Or did you get that off of RA's stream? Is he doing this trial too?
already been shown to the jurors, correct?
Yes, sir.
Then, so 430 is a new exhibit, all right? Very good, thank you.
Now, Mr. Honest, Detective Honest, sorry, I didn't mean to say anything bad, but you see the note in front of you, true?
Yes.
And that's the note that was recovered from Mr. Pahl's vehicle on September 20th, 2022?
That was recovered from his vehicle.
How do you know that's the actual note recovered from the vehicle?
Because that was the note underneath the floor mat when the crime lab processed the vehicle.
You were there when it was processed?
Yes.
And you could see that the crime lab has put their notes on the side of that exhibit, true?
Yes.
And in that, again, could you read that note for the jury?
You want the whole note read?
Yes, sir.
I hate you. I hate being blamed for shit I didn't do. I'm done being used, abused, and taken for granted. All you care about is yourself and what you can use people for. My parents are the same way. I'm not allowed to speak my mind around you, drive, spend money, or even feel good. Karma came back to you to cause you your foot injury, not me. Go be with your virgin, because I'm done, and keep the fucking money. It's what you've done best. It says, and then it says pin for card 4488. It says pin for phone 6-1-03. By the way, my parents wanted me to get a job so I could get a car.
No, Judge, I have to ask. I'm showing you what's been marked as exhibit number 53. This was already introduced to the jury.
Yeah, just watch out, it's open. So it doesn't slide out. Sure.
Get that exhibit. Does that appear to be the note that was taken out of the pickup truck?
Yes.
Are you sure that that's the same note taken out of the pickup truck?
It looks like the same note that was taken out of the pickup truck.
Correct.
I would say this is the note that came out of the pickup truck.
Well, I'm zooming exhibit number 430 that you on the screen, and you could clearly see the lines or border lines on or margin lines on the left side of that exhibit. True.
True.
And yesterday, at least the paper copy that you have in front of you, you couldn't see it, but I think it was determined that they do exist there through another witness. Well,
I'm sorry, I don't.
as you stare at exhibit number 53, the actual note, can you see the border lines or margin lines?
The margin lines. No. I can't easily see them.
If you examine the bottom of exhibit number 53 and compare it to the bottom of exhibit number 430, do the bottoms appear to be similar or the exact?
No.
What is different about the photograph and the actual note?
It appears that maybe the bottom corner is missing.
Well, if you can count after it says get a job so I could get a car, I think it says on the note, how many spaces are there before you get to the bottom on exhibit number 430?
7? Yeah, 7.
And how many spaces do you see on the actual note?
About 3 on one corner and then about 5 on the other.
So does it appear that part of the actual note is missing?
Part of the paper at the bottom, yes.
And you examined the Daily Planner and the other book that Georgianne Pavlons gave to you, true?
True.
One she gave you on September 12, 2022, and the other book she gave you on September 29, 2022, true?
True.
And you read the excerpts in those books that apparently were written by Miss Pavlons, true?
True.
In your examination of those written items that Miss Pavlons apparently wrote, that handwriting matches exhibit number 53 that I just gave you, true?
I'm not a handwriting expert, but I would say it is believed that Ms. Pavlons wrote those calendar or the daily planners, and it would appear that it's similar handwriting here.
And reading the reports for September 12th, when you were over there, Ms. Pavlons, Georgianne Pavlons gave you that notebook. She recovered that in Stephanie's bedroom, true?
True.
And she also showed you 2 empty bottles of alprazolam, true?
I believe so.
And she also showed you filled bottles of seizure medicine, true?
I don't recall necessarily what the meds were for, but yes, there was medicine and there was talk of Stephanie having seizures.
So she also pointed out that Stephanie must have forgotten her seizure medicine when she left the last time she saw her. True?
I don't recall exactly what she stated, but she has the meds. They weren't with Stephanie.
Did you actually see the bottles yourself, the seizure bottles?
No, I honestly don't recall.
And when you got to the site on September 9th, 2022, I mean, there were deputies helping you monitor the wooded area, true?
There were deputies around, yes. Obviously, there was the whole scene was taped off with yellow tape.
And some of those deputies were helping you interview people on site,
Deputies did speak with people on site, yes. I
the
think
construction
the
workers.
construction worker, I think that was Deputy Frischello.
And that deputy's report indicated that Jason,
Objection, hearsay.
Sustained. Next question.
but it was learned by people on site that the female subject, I mean, the person laying in the woods was a female, true?
Objection, hearsay, move to strike.
1 second. I'll sustain the objection.
But you yourself examined the person laying in the woods, true?
I did.
I mean, you could tell it was a human at one point in time?
I could tell it was a human.
You could
yes.
tell it was wearing a bra?
I could tell there was a bra on.
And you, again, accompanied the body to the medical examiner's office?
No,
You helped load the body?
correct.
And were you present when Detective Fredericks interviewed the medical examiner on September 12th?
I believe I was with him when we went and talked to Dr. Shield on this call, yes.
And were you present when Dr. Shield told Detective Fredericks that the body died at that location?
Objection, hearsay.
Sustained. Next question.
Judge, that was testified to by Detective Fredericks already.
Still hearsay, Your Honor.
Next question.
Were you present when Dr. Shield was talking to Detective Fredericks?
Yes.
Did Dr. Shield convey to you what she thought when the body passed away?
I believe when we were on site on the 9th, it was talked within, I think said 3 to 4 weeks maybe. I don't recall, she didn't give us an exact date at that time, like, oh, Ms. Pavlons passed on this time because we didn't know who she was and she couldn't give us a date at that time.
Did she give you a date when you interviewed her on September 12th?
I don't believe so.
Because she didn't give you any information.
Not in regards to the actual date.
Did she give you an opinion as to when she thought the person laying in the woods passed away?
I believe it was 3 to 4 weeks.
Yeah. That was on September 12th?
I believe so.
Again, going back to the diaries that you read that apparently were written by Ms. Pavlons, it appeared that she, when she got depressed or when she got abused, that she would turn to thoughts of killing herself.
Yeah, there were thoughts of killing herself at times when she was having rough patches in her life.
And she also mentioned at least one time where she actually took a whole bottle of Oxycontin,
That's what was referenced, yes.
but it didn't work.
That's what the journal stated, yeah.
Now, there's been testimony that on August 20th, 2022, Mr. Pahl picked up Ms. Pavlons at the Pavlons residence on that day. Did you see evidence of that?
I believe there may have been a text of some sort of coming to pick her up, possibly.
If I showed you the text, would it refresh your memory?
Yeah.
Judge, I'm just going to show you this to the witness.
Sure.
I think it's been published already. Can you see the text?
Not up yet.
Yes.
You have to let our clerk know when it's ready, please. It's got in front of him.
Yep, it just showed up.
Does that appear to be the text that Ms. Pavlon sent to Mr. Pahl to go pick her up?
Yeah, there would have been, this would have been through Skype, but yes, there'd be a message from from Stephanie to Mr. Pahl.
Judge, I ask that this be published in the jury again?
It's already been admitted, ma'am. Wait, hang on.
It has not been admitted.
This is not. These have not. That's, is that 4-9? Okay. It hasn't been published yet. Do you have any objection to its admission at this juncture?
I apologize because I was looking at the, looking for the exhibit in my computer. Was the foundation, my objection would be foundation, Your Honor. If the court is satisfied foundation's been laid, then I don't object.
He said he's looked at it. And I'll allow it. It's admitted and you may publish it.
Could you read the note or the text, the message?
Just from the top,
Yes, sir.
it's on August 20th, 2022, this 8:10 a.m. And this would be from Stephanie to Matt on Skype. Can you just come and get me so I don't have to deal with them?
Can you read the Skype message at number 339?
That one's also, these are all on 8:20 right now. So this is at 8:11 a.m. And this is from Stephanie to Mr. Pahl. It says, and all their questions.
Again, on the exhibit 53, Ms. Pavlons is commenting about her parents to the note she had left.
Is 53 the letter? Or
Correct.
the note? Yes.
And in those Skype messages that Mr. Pahl was sending to at least one of the women in the Philippines, some of those occurred on August 20th, 2022.
The messages about, just in general, like what messages?
The messages that the jury just saw, some of them were dated August 20th, 2022 to the person in the Philippines.
Okay.
Right, so, I mean, you've seen evidence that on that same day, Mr. Pahl did pick up Ms. Pavlons and brought her to his apartment building.
Yes.
And she, apparently, based on timing, she was there in the apartment when Mr. Pahl was sending these messages to the woman in the Philippines, true?
Yes.
So, and do you know whether or not, if you can remember, was Mr. Pahl sending messages to the Virgin at that point in time?
I believe he was, at that point in time, he was communicating with both Ms. Desierto and Ms. Valente.
So I think the other one was nicknamed the teacher?
So there's the teacher and the Virgin.
And again, this is while Ms. Pavlons is apparently at the apartment building, true?
That he's communicating with?
Correct.
Yes.
And again, the Virgin is mentioned in the note.
Okay. Yes.
Now, you have been to the orthopedics building a number of times, true?
Yes.
And there's only one entry into the building from Gulf Road into the parking lot and one exit, true?
Yes.
That's on the east side, true?
Yes.
So everybody that is going to orthopedics has to enter from the same area, true?
Correct.
Everybody who wants to leave has to exit, the same exit, true?
Yes.
And based upon your investigation of looking at the videos, in this case, it appeared every time Mr. Pahl went to orthopedics, he was parked in the handicap zone?
Objection vague as to which videos, Your Honor?
Overrule. You can answer that.
I can't say I watched every video and know exactly where he parked on every video, but I know at times he did park in the handicap spot.
I mean, he did have a handicap sticker, true?
I believe he had a hang tag, yeah.
In fact, if you know, on the date of August 23rd, 2022, after he left his apartment with Ms. Pavlons and went to the Quick Trip, he parked in the handicap zone, true?
I don't know if, I don't recall if it was the handicap spot, but
I'm showing you is what's marked as exhibit number. Number 600. I mean, you knew that Mr. Pahl had an appointment based upon your review of his records on August 18th, 2022. True?
August 18th?
Correct.
Do you have the records that I could just review to make sure that you have one on the 18th?
Judge, if I show him the records, I'm going to just show you the records for refresh your memory.
That's fine. Thank you.
Was that the whole packet you gave him? Okay.
Yes, I found the appointment records for the 18th.
And it does show Mr. Pahl had an appointment that day, too.
That's correct.
And the records had shown, or testimony had shown, that on that day he had gone to the orthopedics with Ms. Pavlons. I mean, based upon your investigation, you knew that, true?
On the 18th,
Yes.
I don't recall if Ms. Pavlons went with him that day. On the 18th.
Well, I'm showing you what's marked as exhibit number 600, just for the witness.
It's up here.
I'm just going to show you briefly. Does that appear to be a video of the dash cam of Mr. Pahl entering the orthopedics on August 18, 2022?
Yes.
Judge, I'd ask to publish this to the jury.
Any objection?
No.
All right, so it's admitted and you may.
Bless you. It appears at the beginning of this video that Mr. Pahl is about ready to enter the orthopedic parking lot, true?
Correct.
There seems to be traffic exiting
Yes.
the video, true? And on this date, he had an appointment similar to the time of August 23, 2022, true?
His appointment on the 18th was at 10 a.m.
What? It's cooking, Bill. Gotta wait 6 minutes. You gotta wait 6 minutes.
Does that appear to be what the orthopedic associates looks like to you?
Yes.
I mean, there's a lot of traffic coming in, a lot of traffic going out, a lot of vehicles parked in the parking lot as far either employees or patients, true?
Yes.
I'm gonna play it again. And as you're approaching the building, if I stop it here, the building seems to have windows all along the side facing the woods, true?
It does have windows, yes.
The windows on this side of the building facing south appear to have windows all along that side of the building, true?
There are windows. Some of them are much shorter than the other, like windows towards the end of the building.
And did you ever enter that building?
Yes,
And the reception area, the employee is facing the parking lot, true?
the reception for OAW building?
Correct.
Yes,
The employees are all facing towards the parking lot, true?
yes,
And the windows are in front of them, true?
yes,
And the patients who are waiting to be treated, they're sit in this area by the windows, true?
yes.
And eventually where Mr. Paul parks is right in front of the windows on the south side of the building, true?
On August 18th, yes,
Correct. And you're indicating, again, the reception area is facing the parking lot, true?
true.
Patients are sitting right by the windows, true?
I believe, I'm not sure how far they go back, but I believe that there's chairs along that side of the windows.
And on this particular day, there seems to be a lot of vehicles in the parking lot and vehicles leaving and coming to orthopedics, true?
That's true.
But you don't know exactly where Mr. Paul parked on August 23rd, 2022, true?
I do not.
We know where he parked on September 9th, 2022, correct?
Yes. Yes, I believe we do.
He parked in that area, true, on that particular day?
Yes,
And that's the day that you recovered the body in the woods, true?
so we found Ms. Pavlons, yes.
I'm showing you it's been marked as exhibit. Exhibit number 400. Already been published to the jury, I believe. Judge Knapp.
I don't know what 400, it may have been published under another number. I don't know.
I'm sorry?
It was published under a state's number, Judge.
Can you see exhibit number 400 on your screen?
Yes,
Does it appear to be a aerial view of orthopedic building, east side, looking at the woods?
yes,
I ask that this exhibit be published to the jury.
And I'm sorry, it's 400, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. Any objection?
Nope.
All right, 400 may be published.
Again, this exhibit shows the east side of the building with the windows, true?
there are windows, yes,
And this appears to be the date that you guys recovered the body in the woods, true?
yes,
And the windows here appear to have a view of the wooded area, the golf course, and the land right at the frontage road of the golf road, true?
those windows face east, but the first, almost 2/3 of that building are just half windows.
Right, can you point that out to the jury?
Yeah, just touch the screen.
Yes, go ahead, sir.
So these windows here are very small, like above that yellow line, they're small windows where the wall comes up and they're at the top of the wall. And then there are full-length windows on that back third area of that building where these trees are in front
sir.
of. That's where those full-length windows are.
And you walked into that building, to that area, true?
I've been in that building, yes.
The area where, to the right of the exhibit, where the windows are, what's being done in that area, in the building, as far as the employees and patients?
In regards to like exercises?
Yes, what's occurring in that area?
They're doing therapy on this side where the half windows are is where they're doing actual, like, I think that the doctors are doing therapy on the patients. I believe the windows are more of where the exercise equipment is.
And the window or the door window in the middle, that's clear, true? I mean, there's nothing blocking that.
Well, there's a door there. I don't know what window, I don't know exactly how big of a window is on that door. I can't recall that.
You can't tell that it's all glass?
That it's all glass, the door?
Yeah.
From this picture?
Yes, yes, sir.
I cannot from this picture say that it's all glass.
But to your knowledge, that glass there is not being blocked?
The glass, any of the glass?
Correct.
Well, there's trees in front of these on the back corner here. I mean, there's going to be some blockage. I mean, they're not.
Not blockage from the door to the wooded area, but the door itself is all glass.
I don't know.
I'm showing you what's been marked as exhibit number 402. This already has been published to the jury. Double check. This appears to be a drone video of the orthopedic associates in the wooded area, true?
Correct.
And if I may stop you there. Let's start over. It's been identified, Detective Fredericks, that this is Mr. Pahl's pickup truck. Would you agree that this is his pickup truck?
I would like a little better view of it.
Well, there's been testimony by Detective Fredericks that that's Mr. Pahl in the parking lot,
Okay.
at least his truck. And over here to this area is the wooded area where you discovered the body, true?
That's correct.
And it's your, at least the opinion of Detective Sykes and Detective Fredericks.
Right, this is a new exhibit, right? He's identified it. Are you offering it?
I think we already offered it.
Or two's already in? Okay, it's already in, okay.
I'm just going to object to him basing his question on what other witnesses have testified to, Your Honor. I think it's an improper form of question and beyond the scope of this witness's knowledge.
I think that, I'm going to overrule the objection. I think the witness clarified what he knew, but, and he's indicating, I think it's clear what he's indicating.
Well, in your opinion, what day do you think Ms. Pavlons passed away?
In my opinion,
Yes, sir?
August 23rd, 2022.
So the day that she had left Mr. Pahl's apartment building?
The day that she left with Mr. Pahl, it was last seen on camera alive at the Quick Trip.
So they had traveled apparently on the exiting Quick Trip to go forward towards our orthopedics, true?
Correct.
And on that particular day, you don't know where Mr. Pahl parked, do you?
I do not.
Do you know what time he got to the Quick Trip, or orthopedics after he left the Quick Trip?
I believe he checked in with I think it was 9:33. Was his arrival time? I think check-in time was 9:34.
And do you know, strike that. It's your opinion that is it your opinion that Ms. Pavlons was killed?
My opinion is Mrs. Pavlons was killed.
Do you know where she was when she was killed?
I do not.
Do you know when she was killed?
Based upon the information that we have, August 23rd, 2022 is my belief based upon the information in this investigation.
So we know what time Ms. Pavlons and Mr. Pahl left the Quick Trip, true?
Correct.
How much time after that do you believe had passed before Ms. Pavlons was killed after leaving the Quick Trip?
I believe, based upon our investigation, between the time she left the Quick Trip and the time that Mr. Pahl arrived back at his apartment.
So somewhere between that time, Ms. Pavlons was killed, true? In your opinion?
In my opinion, yes.
Eventually, Mr. Pahl, based upon your evidence, enters the orthopedics, true?
That's correct.
Is it your opinion that she had killed her before he entered the orthopedics?
I don't know.
Based upon that answer, you don't know if he killed her after he exited the orthopedics
I do
from
not.
his appointment.
I do not.
Do you have an opinion of whether or not she was killed while she sat in his pickup truck in the parking lot?
I do not.
You don't have an opinion?
I know based upon our investigation, or my involvement in this investigation, my opinion is they left the Quick Trip. Mr. Pahl left, went to his orthopedic associate's appointment. He was at that appointment until the records state that he left, and he returned home. His vehicle seen on camera at 11:03. Based upon the cell phone records and things of movements, sometime between the time they left that Quick Trip and the time that he returned to that apartment, Ms. Pavlons was killed.
Do you know how do you think it was probable that Mr. Pahl drove his pickup truck into the woods?
I do not think that's probable.
Do you think it's probable that Mr. Pahl drove his pickup truck on the backside of the woods on the golf course?
In my opinion, no.
Do you have an opinion as to, I mean, you were aware that during this time Mr. Pahl was still dealing with a broken foot, true?
Mr. Pahl had receiving therapy for a broken foot, yes.
And there were times on the videos he had a boot on his foot and times he didn't have the boot on his foot, true?
That's true.
And you could see him on all the videos always limping, true?
I wouldn't say always limping. I mean, when he had the boot on, obviously there was more of a significant limp.
So how do you think, if you think Mr. Pahl, strike that, do you think Mr. Pahl was the one who killed Ms. Pavlons?
I believe that he was.
And how did he do that?
I do not know.
Do you think it's Mr. Pahl was the person who put Ms. Pavlons in the woods?
I do.
And how did he do that?
I do not know.
And you, based upon your investigation, again, you think Mr. Pahl did that sometime after he left the Quick Trip to sometime he arrived at his apartment, true?
True.
And would you agree at this time and day, there are a lot of people driving into and out of the orthopedics parking lot, true?
I don't know how that day was, but based upon all the activity there, yes, there's probably vehicles driving in and out at that time.
And based upon your investigation, during that time, there's golfers on the hole on the other side of the exhibit number 402, true?
I'd have to see 402 again.
402 is, I think, oh, it's not up. I'm going to play exhibit number 402. Again, this is dated September 9th, 2022. I stopped the exhibit at 234. There appears to be on the building at least windows on the north side of the building also, true?
Yes.
And did you see the golfers depicted on exhibit number 402?
Yes, on September 9th, 2022, there were people golfing.
You weren't present when the cadaver dog search was done on September 20, 2022, were you?
I was at the garage, yes.
And there's been, and why, is my understanding, no photographs were taken of that cadaver dog search. Is that correct? Am I correct?
You're correct.
No videos were taken of that cadaver dog search, true?
That's true.
Apparently, everyone on the scene had devices on them that could have taken photographs or videos of the cadaver dog search, true?
I can't speak for everyone, I don't know. I know I had a phone, yes.
And your phone could take photographs, true?
Correct, and video.
It appears like when you spoke with Miss George Ann Pavlons on September 12th, 2022, you recorded that, true?
I believe Detective Frederick's recorded, yes.
And almost everything you did on this occasion, you recorded either through video or through photographs, true?
I don't know what everything is, but interviews, yes, are normally recorded.
Searches of Mr. Pahl's residence, true?
We take pictures before we do a search, yes.
Photographs of when you search Mr. Pahl's dad's residence, true?
True.
So every time you conducted a search, you took photographs, is that safe to say?
When we did a, yes.
But on this particular day, September 20th, September 19th, 2022, your department decided not to take any digital
Spike, stop.
photographs.
And there was no digital
What did I
video or photographs
say?
taken.
Stop
And
it.
there's been testimony, or strike that. Were you aware that Deputy Willis was told that there were at least 2 vehicles in the garage that had two cadavers or 2 fatals?
Objection, hearsay.
Sustained. Next question.
Do you know how many of the vehicles in the garage had fatals?
I do not.
I mean, you know some of the vehicles and motorcycles and mopeds in the garage consisted of fatals, true?
Some of them were involved in fatal accidents. However, that doesn't necessarily mean that the person died in the vehicle.
But there are some persons that didn't die in the vehicle and some were either involved in fatals, true?
There were vehicles involved in fatal accident, yes.
And there was a total of 10 vehicles in the garage that were involved in fatals, including motorcycles and the moped?
I don't know the total number of vehicles. I can say that there were vehicles and motorcycles in the garage, yes.
You were aware that some of those motorcycles were involved in fatals, true?
I assumed they were. I didn't know that they were.
And you were aware that the moped was involved in a fatal, true?
I honestly don't recall.
And the moped and motorcycles were on each side of Mr. Pahl's pickup truck, true?
I know there were motorcycles on one side. I guess I don't necessarily know exactly what was on the other side.
And then there was vehicles in front of Mr. Pahl's pickup truck on each side of Mr. Pahl's pickup truck, in front of Mr. Pahl's pickup truck on each side of the building, true?
Spike.
Yes.
And those
Stop.
vehicles were involved in fatals, or some of them.
Leave her
I don't know.
alone.
You remember, I don't know if you can, do you remember when you took me to the garage to examine it?
Yes.
And I had been there twice with you, true? It was,
Yeah. There was 2 times.
It was this summer, true?
Yes.
2025, true?
Yes.
And then the second time that I had met you there, that's when I asked you to take bring the notebook that was found in Mr. Pahl's glove compartment, bring that to your sheriff's department, true?
Yes.
Taking it out of Mr. Pahl's vehicle, true?
No.
And while we were, do you remember telling me that, pointing out the moped that was involved in the fatal?
Me? No.
And you were aware that Mr. Pahl was making calls to his dad, Marvin Pahl, true?
Hold on.
I mean, you received digital evidence that indicated that Matthew Pahl was calling his dad Marvin Pahl, true?
That's true.
And he was calling Marvin Pahl on his landline, or was he using Marvin Pahl's cell phone?
The number we had identified for Marvin was a cell phone.
And you're aware Marvin Pahl had a landline also, true?
I wasn't at the time, no.
And it's safe to say that when you spoke with Mr. Marvin Pahl, I mean, because you did interview him a number of times, true?
I was involved in a couple interviews with Mr. Marvin Pahl, yes.
In fact, you went to Mr. Marvin Pahl's residence, true, to interview him?
Yes.
And would you agree that Mr. Marvin Pahl was very cooperative with you, true?
He let us in, he spoke with us, yes.
Right, you met him at his front door and he welcomed you into his residence, true?
Yes.
How many times did you interview Mr. Marvin Pahl?
I believe possibly 3 times.
And is it fair to say that each time you interviewed him, he was cooperative with you?
He talked with us.
I mean, you were aware, I mean, that, or maybe you weren't aware, were you aware that Stephanie would take walks?
It seems like she probably did take walks.
And were you aware that she would take walks into woods?
Into the woods? I wouldn't say I was aware she took walks into the woods on a regular basis.
Would you agree, I mean, you've been to the Willow Park Apartments, true?
Yes.
And the rear of the Willow Park Apartments is all woods, true?
That's wooded area back there.
In fact, the apartment building is on Delafield Street at the end of Moreland Avenue, true?
True.
And the woods extend from the back of the apartment almost to this building, true?
I think they're surrounded with the golf course and things, right?
I mean, the wooded area is, would you agree, is about 1/3 mile by 1/3 mile?
I would have no idea. I would say that there's a nice wooded area back there behind the Willow Park Apartments.
As far as you know, if you don't know, when Mr. Pahl's returned back to his apartment on August 23rd, 2022, did he ever leave his apartment that particular day? Was there any evidence that you gathered that he left after he
Or like left?
left the area? Other than him, there's evidence that he took a bike ride.
I mean, other than going from the apartment building, like the entry building, I don't know if he went anywhere else.
And again, for the 24th, there's no evidence that you know that Mr. Pahl ever left that building or that area?
I don't believe so.
I have no further questions, John.
All right, read rec.
Thank you, Judge. Detective Pavlons, I'm going to try and go in reverse order of the top. I'm sorry, in the same order that Attorney Delafield did on the topics he covered with you, okay? So at the beginning of his cross-examination, he was asking you about, during the interview, Mr. Pahl, or at some point, Mr. Pahl told detectives that he and Stephanie would use each other. In fact, what I put up for you, Exhibit 152, which was the Skype records, or I'm sorry, the Facebook records between Stephanie Pavlons on September 2, 2022 through September 11, 2022. It wasn't just her device he was using, it was her account, correct?
That's correct.
And he made it appear to Ms. Valente that he was Stephanie sending the message, correct?
That's correct.
Mr. Galaviz was asking you about the crime scene and your involvement out there on September 9th of 2022, correct?
Correct.
And he asked you if you could tell the gender of the deceased person, correct?
Correct.
And he said, well, the body's wearing a bra, right?
Correct.
And you said, yeah, you saw the bra on the body, correct?
Correct.
Would you assume from that fact alone that it was a female, sir?
No.
In your line of work, have you seen it all?
I've seen, there's been some things.
Okay. He asked you about the journals and an occasion apparently documented by Ms. Pavlons when she wrote that she took a whole bottle of pills, right?
Yes.
Whole bottle of oxycodone, correct?
Correct.
And she survived, correct?
Correct.
In your experience, is it likely she really swallowed an entire bottle of Oxycontin and survived?
More than likely not.
Right. And after that, that was in March of 2021, correct?
Correct.
To your knowledge of this entire investigation, are there any other documented suicide attempts by Stephanie Pavlons after that date?
No.
To your knowledge, in her journals, she'd have good weeks and bad weeks, right?
Correct.
Would you agree that oftentimes the bad weeks followed abusive actions on the part of Matthew Pahl?
That would be correct.
Often violent actions by Mr. Pahl.
Yes.
And yet, a month or two later, she'd say, I'm feeling better, my head's healed up, and I had a good day.
That's true.
Is that consistent with domestic violence victims to your experience, sir?
Yes.
Could you please put up 402, which is the defense exhibit 402? Okay. 402, yeah, thank you. Chief. Okay, I'm not going to ask you to play it yet. I want to ask a question, okay?
Yes, sir.
Detective Plennis, we're looking at the east end of Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin, correct? The
Correct.
east end of the building, would you agree with me that on the far left corner or edge of this screenshot of this video is the main entrance of Orthopedic Associates, correct?
Correct.
Could you circle that for the jury, please? Okay. And is there a separate entrance for the physical therapy area of the building?
Yes.
Circle that for the jury, please. And would you agree with me that in the two videos that Mr. Galaviz showed and asked you about from August 18th and September 9th of 2022, on both occasions, Mr. Pahl parks in the east end of the parking lot on at least those 2 dates, right?
Yes.
Okay. And that's closest to the physical therapy entrance, correct?
Correct.
That's also closest to where the body was found, correct?
Correct.
Are you aware that well, let me ask you this. We don't have any dash cam video of him driving in and parking on August 23, 2022, do we?
Not that I'm aware of.
When you recovered the dash cam video 1 year later, correct?
Correct.
From Marvin Pahl's home, correct?
That's correct.
And the only thing we have from August 23, 2022 from Mr. Pahl's dash cam is him picking up Stephanie Moreland Medical near the apartment, correct?
Correct,
Here in Waukesha.
correct.
You don't have him driving up to Quick Trip, right? There's no
No.
video of that.
No,
There's no video of him driving from Quick Trip down to OAW, correct?
correct,
There's nothing that shows us where he parked on August 23 of 2022, correct?
correct,
And there's no cameras on the outside of OAW that would have helped us with surveillance, correct?
correct.
And by the time we knew to ask OAW for videos on or about September 9th of 2022, did they still have video going back to August 23 of 2022?
No,
Why not?
because they only retain it for a short amount of time, less than a week. I think it was around 3 to 5 days.
Okay. Are you aware of the, we do have OAW footage of Mr. Pahl leaving his appointment on September 9 of 2022, correct?
Correct,
And on that day and time, we know, well, at least Detective Frederick said his truck is parked right there, kind of in the middle, near your green circle, near the physical therapy door, correct?
correct.
You see the vehicle that may be Mr. Pahl's? You said you wanted us to zoom in. I don't know, can we zoom in on that? No? Okay. Do you see a vehicle consistent with Mr. Pahl's vehicle?
There appears to be a darker colored truck, kind of went in the center by itself.
Okay. Yep. Pardon me? That's okay. That's okay. Are you aware, Mr. Detective Plennis, that when Mr. Pahl left his appointment from OAW on September 9 of 2022, he goes out the main entrance?
Yes,
In which direction does he turn?
west,
Away from his vehicle?
correct.
There's no way for us to know where he parked on August 23 of 2022, correct?
There is no way.
We don't know which door he went in or out of, correct?
We do not.
Okay. Now, Mr. Galaviz was asking you questions about your opinion of what happened here, right, sir?
That's correct.
Is it possible that Mr. Pahl killed Stephanie Pavlons before his appointment at OAW?
It's possible.
Is there a gap of time that's unaccounted for Mr. Pahl during that period?
Yes.
Before his appointment?
Yes,
Is it possible that Mr. Pahl killed Stephanie Pavlons after his appointment?
yes,
Is there a period of time after his appointment that is unaccounted for?
yes.
Do we know, we have no video, no eyewitness to what he did either before or after his appointment, correct?
Correct.
Mr. Galaviz asked you how he killed her, correct?
Correct.
Is it possible he punched her in the head or chest as he had done in the past?
Judge, I'm going to object to
Objection,
possibilities.
speculation.
This is a case of possibilities. Anything is possible.
Overruled, you can answer.
Overruled.
Yeah.
Wow.
Is it possible he suffocated her?
Yes,
Is it possible he strangled her?
yes,
Is it possible he dragged her body into the woods?
yes.
But detective, he's got this bad foot. How could he have possibly dragged her into the woods?
Mr. Pahl had no problem using the steps at his apartment every time he went upstairs and came downstairs. There's an elevator there. The majority of the time we had from him, he was up and down the steps without a problem. Seemed to get around.
I'm so sorry.
He seemed to get around.
Continue with his workouts
Yes,
frequently. He'd go to Planet Fitness, YMCA, correct?
correct.
Bicycle riding.
Yes,
Is it possible if his foot was bad and he did drag her in the woods that would aggravate it and maybe a day or two later we'd see him wearing his boot again on video?
that's possible.
Possible that his leg was maybe swollen from dragging Stephanie into the woods?
That's possible.
From your review of the crime scene, this is not your first death investigation, correct, sir?
No,
Is it possible her body was dragged?
Yes.
What do you base that on?
The way her clothes were, the way her arms were, her belt was somewhat unbuckled. I mean, it was buckled, but I guess the extra strap was out of the buckle. Her arms were kind of behind her body. One was kind of caught up in a sleeve. The bra was kind of pulled up. The shirt was pulled up.
Not only the shirt was pulled up, but the bra was pulled up too.
Yeah,
Is that what you observed?
yeah. It wasn't straight across the body.
Okay. And it was above the area where, had you known it was a female, you would ordinarily expect the breast.
Is what possible?
Correct.
I want to ask you about the cadaver dog search. You didn't record it, right?
No,
Does the sheriff's department have body cameras?
no,
None of your officers are equipped with body cameras, is that correct?
that's correct.
Not in 2022?
What, that he drug her into the woods? That he strangled her? Well, her hyoid bone wasn't broken. So usually when they're manually strangled, the hyoid bone is broken. But usually when you use a garrote on somebody, it doesn't break the hyoid bone. If someone's hung, it doesn't break the hyoid bone. So it depends. It's in here somewhere. I don't know exactly where it is, actually. It's in here somewhere. So you can strangle somebody without breaking it, but it depends on how you strangle them. You can smother somebody without breaking it, because that just is smothering, just blocking air. So, yeah, he could have killed her. He could have punched, like they said, punched her in the chest, punched her in the head. Yeah, I mean, it's just his foot's broken or ankle or whatever. So he still could have punched her to the point of incapacitating her and then just smothered her. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Soft tissue injury around the break. And then he's aggravating it by walking on it when he's not supposed to be walking on it without the boot that's supposed to be supporting the break. Yeah, it could swell. So, yeah, all that's possible. And he told them in the interview that his foot had been swollen. So that's absolutely possible. But it's supposition. Like, I'm very shocked that the judge overruled that, because it is supposition. It just because his foot swelled doesn't mean that's why his foot swelled. He could have been not taking care of it, not doing what he was supposed to be doing. Or he could have been doing everything he was supposed to be doing and it still swelled. Who knows? Breaks are weird. There's this thing called compartment syndrome, where when you have a break, your foot, wherever the break is, you'll just swell. There are times where they have to do emergency cast removals because it just starts to swell for no reason, and you'll lose your limb unless they get the cast off, because it'll start to swell. So it's possible, but I don't know why the judge is allowing all the supposition.
No,
Not in 2025.
no,
Does the sheriff's department have a cadaver dog?
no.
Does your sheriff's department have drug detection dogs?
Yes, they do.
Are they commonly asked to respond to a traffic stop to sniff for drugs on the side of the road?
Yes, they are.
Is that videotaped or photographed in any way when that occurs?
No.
Is it your responsibility to inventory the vehicles in the pole barn over at the storage unit, DPW?
No.
Other than going there on occasion for a case, do you have any idea what's in there or what it was involved in?
I do not.
Attorney Galaviz asked you about Mr. Paul's father, Marvin. And he said, he asked if he was cooperative, correct?
Correct.
And you said, yeah, he talked to you, right?
Correct.
Was Mr. Marvin Paul always truthful with you?
No.
Were there inconsistencies in the things he would tell you from one interview to the next?
Yes.
Well, yeah. But isn't it possibilities supposition?
All right, thank you, sir.
I mean,
Recross.
they're hypotheticals,
Thank
I
you, Judge.
guess.
Again, you were asked that the traffic stops where drug dogs are brought out. That's not recorded, true?
That's true.
So you equate this homicide to a traffic stop as far as level of seriousness.
No, it's a canine search. I equated the canine search as a canine search.
So a
It is-
canine search for a traffic stop is equivalent to a canine search of a vehicle involved in a homicide.
The canine itself is the one that's doing the search. Just like, they're not doing a traffic search canine, would be for narcotics or something else. So the dog's doing the search. Just as the dog was doing the search for what this dog was trained to do.
Correct. The canine search in a traffic stop for drugs, it's not recorded, true?
That's true.
What does it have to do with anything?
And you're, again, equating that to a canine doing a search of a vehicle involved in a homicide, true?
I would compare the searches, yes, of the canine and the use of the canine.
Because again, in the traffic stop, the officer on the scene doesn't have body camera, true?
Our deputies do not.
So it would be difficult for them to record that canine search of the vehicle, true?
They have cell phones, squad cell phones.
So they can record it,
I believe they have the ability to.
and they chose not to do it, true?
They chose not to, a traffic stop?
Correct.
If they didn't record it, then no, they did not, they chose not to.
But again, in the search of Mr. Paul's vehicle on September 9th, you definitely had the means of recording it, true?
Yeah.
In a traffic stop, since the question was asked, and the drug hits on the vehicle, a search of the vehicle is normally conducted, true?
Correct.
And if no drugs are found in the vehicle, no arrest is made, true?
Well, it depends on the situation, but there would be no arrest for drugs.
Again, we saw the video the jury has on August 23rd, 2022, when and correct me if I'm wrong, did you see the video also on August 23rd, 2022, when Ms. Pavlons and Mr. Pahl left the apartment building?
Yes.
Did you note any kind of problem that was existing with Ms. Pavlons when she exited the building?
When she left on August 23rd?
Correct.
I can't think no.
Was she appear to give any kind of signals like she was in some kind of jeopardy?
No.
And when she was, from there, apparently they go to the Quick Trip, true?
Yes.
And you saw the video at the Quick Trip of Ms. Pavlons and Ms. entering and exiting the Quick Trip, true?
Yes.
She seems to enter the Quick Trip, buy some item, and enter again, and enter the pickup truck, true?
Yes.
Do you see any kind of evidence or any kind of signal from Ms. Pavlons that she's in some kind of jeopardy when she entered the Quick Trip?
No.
Did you see any kind of signal or from Ms. Pavlons or any kind of notation while she was walking in the Quick Trip that she's in some type of jeopardy?
No.
And again, the pickup truck is parked right in front of the building, true?
Yes.
And when Ms. Pavlons exits the building, do you see any kind of signal or distress in Ms. Pavlons, like she's in some type of jeopardy?
I observed her walking back to the vehicle.
Right, and you see her get into the vehicle, true?
Correct.
And she seems to get into the passenger side of the vehicle, true?
Yes.
And her and Mr. Pahl are sitting in the vehicle for a couple minutes in front of the Quick Trip, true?
Yes.
And they seem to be eating something, if you can look real close, as they sit in front of the vehicle, true?
Yeah, I think they bought some food there, or she did.
And she appears to exit the vehicle prior to leaving and throwing whatever, something from the vehicle into the garbage bin, true?
Yes.
During that time, do you see any type of signal from Ms. Pavlons that she's in some type of jeopardy as she's sitting in that vehicle?
I don't know what sign I would necessarily see, but she got out of the vehicle, she threw something away, and she went back into the vehicle.
And could you see Ms. Pavlons prior to exiting the building? Did you ever see her face when she's exiting the Willow Park Apartments? Does she appear to be injured as she's exiting the apartment building?
From the video, I couldn't tell if she had any, I mean, I didn't see anything that stuck out that would be necessarily an injury on the side.
Again, in the Quick Trip, does she look like she's injured at all? She's limping or any kind of physical marks on her person? If you can.
I wouldn't be able to tell for any physical marks based upon the camera. She seemed to be walking in fine, based upon my observation.
So it appeared that when she left the Quick Trip in Mr. Paul's vehicle, she seemed to be fine, true?
Yes.
And again, when you don't know where exactly, if Mr. Pahl even parked by Orthopedic Associates on August 23rd, 2023, true?
I do not.
I think you said 23.
Yeah, I may have said 22. I meant to say 22. Thank you. And Ms. Hopper indicated to you that, is it possible that Mr. Pahl killed Ms. Pavlons prior to going to his appointment? And you said yes, true?
Yes.
And you indicate, and so do you believe at that time after he killed her, he put her in the woods? If he had killed her before he went to his appointment? Or she's sitting in his pickup truck?
I don't know.
So it's your opinion that after if he had killed her before, he still was able to go to his appointment on that date, true?
He did go to his appointment that day.
And did you interview any of the people that waited on him on August 23rd, 2022 for his appointment?
I believe there was someone that was talked to that might have been working at the reception, but I can't recall who spoke with them.
Did any employee, tell you or anybody in your department that, yeah, something was off about him when he came to his appointment?
Objection, calls for hearsay.
Stay. Next question.
And would you agree, in order for Mr. Well, it's striking. I'll put that exhibit number 4 or 2. I'm going to show it to you again. And once it's published to the jury. Again, it's your opinion that Mr. Pahl eventually carried or dragged or did something to get Ms. Pavlons into these woods, true?
My opinion, no. She ended up in that woods.
Yeah.
Whether it happened in that woods or it happened in the car,
Right.
I don't know.
But it's your opinion that he somehow got her into that wooded area, true?
She ended up in that wooded area. Somehow she ended up in there, yes.
You don't know if he entered the woods from the Gulf side where the golfers golf or from the frontage roadside, true?
I do not.
You don't know if he entered the woods from the frontage road area prior to orthopedics? You don't know if he entered the woods from that area, true?
I do not.
And in this area is a lot of tall grass, true?
It's taller.
And it had rained apparently on August 20th, 2022, true?
I have no idea.
And when Mr. Pahl came back to orthopedics, came back to Will Park's apartment on August 22nd, 2022, you were looking at the way his appearance was. I'm guessing you were checking that his appearance out when he got back, true?
Yes.
And you didn't note anything when he entered the building about dirt on his boot or dirt on his shoes, true?
Not that I can recall.
Anything about dirt on any of his shorts or clothing on the leg area, true?
No, not that I can recall.
Grass on any of his body, like he had been walking in the woods, true?
I couldn't see anything in the video. Doesn't mean that there wasn't something there, but I couldn't see anything.
You look for that, true?
Well, yeah, it's still video.
But nothing stood out when he entered the Will Park Apartments after his appointment at that particular day that depicted that he had been walking in tall grass and in woods, true?
I don't know what the grass was on August 23rd. I do know what the grass looked like on September 9th. If it looked like this, I don't know if he would have necessarily had anything on his, like tall grass. I don't know.
No, my question is, you didn't see anything on his person, on his body, his clothes, that would indicate to you that he had walked in tall grass and in the woods, true?
I don't know what I would be looking for that, but would he have grass hanging from him? I don't know. I didn't see anything that looked out of the ordinary. Like he didn't have any birds that I could tell, or
Right.
I didn't see him with sticks in his pockets or anything.
Or any kind of mud on his shoes or mud on his clothes?
Not that I could tell.
You were aware, and we're talking about how Miss Pavlons entered into the woods, that Miss Pavlons smoked cigarettes, true?
Yeah, I believe she did.
And she did vaping, true?
Yes.
And she did that a lot, true?
I don't know what a lot is, but I know she did do those things.
And you're aware that on the exhibit number 402, these areas are marked with no smoking signs, true?
I don't know that.
This is a medical facility.
I would assume that, but I don't know.
And we're talking about possibilities. Ms. Pavlons could have walked into the woods to vape, true?
Sure.
Because there was a vape cartridge found near her body, true?
He was several feet away from her, but yes, there was a vape cartridge found.
And that appeared to be a vape cartridge that matched the vape cartridges that were found in Mr. Pahl's apartment that belonged to Ms. Pavlons, true?
I believe so, yes.
And you were also aware, or maybe you weren't, that on August 8th, 2022, Ms. Pavlons went with Mr. Pahl to his appointment on that particular day. Were you aware of that?
Your Honor, I'm going to object. This is beyond the scope of my redirect. I never asked about August 8th.
I'll sustain the objection. Next question.
Well, is it possible that Ms. Pavlons entered the woods to relieve herself, use the restroom?
I guess that's a possibility.
Why would she? Why didn't she go inside the building?
I mean, you were also aware, in my question, that Ms. Pavlons was not, had forgotten her seizure medicine when she left the Pavlon residence on August 20th, 2022.
Objection beyond the scope of redirect.
Sustained.
I mean, is it possible when Ms. Pavlons had gone into the woods to relieve herself, she had a seizure?
Objection.
Overruled.
Yeah, I guess. It's possible.
I have no further questions, Judge. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. That document was given by Mr.
Galvez,
Yes,
yes.
just returned to him. I'm going to talk to the attorneys about witnesses and timing before we.
You want?
You can return that. Who gave that to you? Ms. Opper. Ms. Opper can take that back. All right.
Thanks. Okay.
I have another short witness before we break the lunch. Okay. Sir, if you could come on up to the witness stand to my right, and once you get up here, remain standing to be sworn in, please. Please give me a face up, please.
Do you swear the testimony you're about to give in this matter before the court shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you?
I do. All right, please be seated, sir. Hey, could you state your full name
Dr. Edward Reschel,
and spell your last name, please?
Reshel.
All right, thank you. Go ahead.
Thank you. Doctor, I understand you're now retired. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Where did you previously work?
I worked in the mainly Menominee Falls area first with a private physician-owned clinic, and then we sold to Pro Healthcare. Ultimately ended up working for Freighted.
Okay. What kind of doctor are you?
I'm a neurologist.
And how long did you work in that field?
For 35 years, board eligible.
Okay. And you became a doctor when?
I graduated from medical school in 1986, completed my residency in 1990, and was board certified at the first opportunity I could in 1992.
Okay. And you cared for a patient by the name of Stephanie Pavlons?
I did.
About how long, if you remember, was she in your care as a neurologist?
Unfortunately, we don't have the records available, which are now stored in written records back in the Stone Ages. I know that I had seen her for at least as long as her daughter had been born, so I believe that's over 20 years.
Okay. And if I told you that her daughter was born in 2003, would that sound about right?
That would be correct.
What did you treat Stephanie for as a neurologist?
Primarily for both epileptic seizures as well as migraines.
Okay. I'm guessing as her neurologist, you met her on a number of occasions over those years?
I would see her generally at least annually, if not more, depending on the need.
Okay. And do you recall, after having the chance to review some of your medical records, seeing Miss Stephanie Pavlons on May 12th of 2022?
Yes, I do.
Okay. And do you recall, was that the last time you cared and saw for Miss Stephanie Pavlons?
That is the last in the record that I have, so I would agree with that would be the last time.
Okay. I'm going to show first, just for the witness, Exhibit 161. All right, is it on your screen there, Doctor?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so as we look at this first page, who are these the records for?
This is for Stephanie Pavlons.
Okay, and you see that this is a 3-page document on the right? I'll scroll down. If you could scroll down then, please.
Okay.
This is just an excerpt of the total records that you reviewed.
Yes.
Is that correct? Okay. I want to direct your attention to the very top of the first page, please. Right under face sheet, do you see a name there? To the left.
To the left. Oh, Matthew Pahl.
Okay. What is this area generally in these records indicating?
That looks like the, and this is not a part that I would normally focus on being a practitioner, but it looks like that would be for contact in case of emergency or that type of thing.
Are these a true and accurate depiction of a portion of the records that you reviewed related to Ms. Pavlons?
Yes, it is.
Okay, I would move Exhibit 161 into evidence and permission to publish, please.
Any objection?
If they could scroll down the entire document, please.
Sure.
Your Honor, I'm concerned about hearsay that might come in if this is published.
This is a subject of another act's motion that was granted by the court.
I've already indicated that I would admit this, allow its admission.
As in other acts, I didn't know the court would overrule a hearsay objection.
Who's hearsay? Statements from?
Statements from Ms. Pavlons.
Right. Let me talk to the lawyers a second. Okay.
Care. I did.
Okay, and when you saw
Stephanie tended to be very quiet, and that remained. However, as far as I can recall, looking at the note, I felt that she was a bit more upbeat, and I gathered that recollection from reading further into my note and seeing how some of the things that she had mentioned to me and the request she made for further investigations and other new problems that she was complaining or of which she was suffering.
Okay, and here, can you read the note at the bottom of page 2 that you wrote?
The Stephanie returns for follow-up of seizure disorder and depression. She's separated from her significant other, which was
Can you slow down, please?
I'm sorry. She separated from her significant other, which was a very difficult thing for her to do. Reportedly, he was very controlling and abusive. She has completed therapy, implying that was behavioral therapy or psychiatric and psychological care, which has helped her to do this difficult task. And then I continued, she's having some relationship stressors with her father.
Slow down a little bit, please.
Yes, sir.
Thank
Okay,
you.
I'm going to stop you there, sir. Why were you asking Stephanie about some of the things that were going on in her life? What had she asked to be, I guess, investigated regarding her health?
Well, generally, in medical practice, any stressors can exacerbate or worsen or make more difficult underlying chronic conditions. Certainly, she'd be more prone to have epileptic seizures or migraines. However, later on in the report, she was complaining or concerned about her memory, that she was having difficulty remembering things that were told to her or things that she had needed to be done. And that is a very common but also very, how shall I say, difficult thing to isolate exactly what is the cause of that. There could be multiple causes, and certainly stress and depression are prominent in, if not causing the problem, certainly worsening it. So the fact that she was having some stressors actually that by her admission in the beginning of the note seemed to be improved, that she was no longer dealing with that stress in her home, at least immediate home life, was an improvement. However, scrolling later on the note to look into that, our best bet would be to do what's called a neuropsychological evaluation. This is involving a 3 to 4 hour battery of tests performed by psychologists who do at least a 1-year fellowship in something called neuropsychology, which has nothing to do with treating depression, but for diagnosing what we call cognitive disorders, things that cause difficulty for people thinking or remembering.
Okay. And she didn't actually ever obtain those tests, right?
No, that was ordered at the time of that visit, but unfortunately, I believe she had passed before the appointment came up.
So Stephanie was looking into ways to better her health and better kind of her future?
Generally, people who, are, if they don't want to, or if they're giving up or they don't want to pursue it further, they don't mention it to me. And certainly I offer that test many times in my practice. I've had people who have complained of that, and I've ordered the neuropsychological evaluation, but when they call to schedule, they decide not to proceed. Instead of a visit.
Okay. Do you have any information in talking with Stephanie on May 12th, 2022, that she was having thoughts of self-harm or thinking about committing suicide?
I did not see that. Again, the fact that she was eager to look into why was she having the trouble with memory and trying to improve it argues against the fact that she was thinking of ending her life.
Okay. You also indicated in your note that she denies any new seizures. Tell me about that.
Okay, that's generally, the purpose of the evaluations would be to ask whether epileptic seizures had occurred so we could adjust medication. And we had some difficulty with that in the past. From my recollection, unfortunately, that is not as strong as I like because I don't have access to those earlier records. But the fact that she had mentioned she was not having any seizures, we had not changed her medication for several years, was, it was a good thing. That was the goal of our therapy. We don't always achieve seizure freedom, but that is the ultimate ideal goal for when we're treating someone with epilepsy.
Okay. And given Stephanie's diagnosis of epilepsy, and based upon your review of the total records that you received, which went back about a year, is that fair to say?
At least a year, yes.
Okay. Had Stephanie, based on your review of those records, had any seizures in the last year?
As far, looking, no, not that year, and I would suspect even at least 2 years, because I believe the prior visit to the the earliest visit recorded would have been about a year before that, and at that time she had not had seizures as well.
Okay. And to your knowledge, is an individual able to get a driver's license if they have epilepsy?
They are able to, as long as the treating physician signs a report stating that she has not had a seizure for at least 90 days prior to her resuming driving.
And if you were her treating physician, would you be the individual responsible for signing such a document for the DMV?
I would.
Okay. And if I told you Stephanie had a driver's license, what would that indicate to you?
That would indicate that she, would have had at least 90 days of seizure freedom. The fact that we don't have a copy of that form that you mentioned in the chart would imply that it's probably been more than 2 years at least. The way the state works is you receive a form initially following a seizure if someone has a driver's license to say that a seizure has occurred, and that starts the clock for the 90 days or 3 months. Then at 3 months, another form needs to be signed that affirms that she or he has not had a seizure in the prior 90 days. And then it goes to 6 months, 2 6-month windows, so another year and 3 months. And after that, a year, maybe another year after that. But if you go for 2 to 3 years, another sheet would be added to the form asking the physician provider, do you believe that this person needs further monitoring, in which case we could sign off rather than generating paperwork that would be redundant.
Okay. Now, if Stephanie had a seizure, would someone need to call 911 or provide her medical assistance following her seizure?
Not necessarily. Someone who has had a stable, long established and diagnosed seizure disorder, epilepsy, as long as the seizure did not last longer than 5 minutes, generally is the rule of thumb that we use, or did not result in any physical harm of more than a bump or a scratch or bruise, which are not uncommon or following these, but generally that is the most likely outcome that one would incur from having a seizure is perhaps a minor injury from a fall or a bump. In that case, generally, I would advise my patients, no, you do not need to activate EMS and have an ambulance show up at your door or go to the emergency department and wait to have them say, okay, we know you have seizures. We can do your blood levels. We won't, especially the medications that she was on, we would not have received a result for at least a day or two anyways. And she most likely would have been released after a long, uncomfortable wait when she'd much rather be at home just resting.
Okay. Now, are seizures and the type, particularly the type of seizure disorder that Stephanie had, is that likely to cause her great harm or even death?
It can. It is a possibility, but it's very unlikely. The vast majority of people who have even recurrent seizures will, again, have minor injuries, but typically, unless they happen to be unfortunately swimming at the time, where you occasionally see a drowning incident, or very rarely someone might smother if they're in bed overnight, but that likelihood is probably certainly less than 5%, probably much less than 1%.
No other questions, thank you.
Cross-examination?
Thank you. Doctor, when you look at Exhibit 161, do you recall what address Ms. Pavlons was using for her treatment with you?
I would have to see the record.
Yeah, please.
Madam, quickly, please put Exhibit 161 back up.
If you could scroll to the top. Okay. Ms. Pavlons was providing an address in Delafield, correct?
That is what was on the record.
Okay. And you indicated that you were treating her for her epilepsy and migraines, correct?
Correct.
And you also said that there is you said correlation between stressors and having seizures, correct?
Correct.
In the notes, it indicated that Ms. Pavlons was concerned about her dependence on oxycodone. You likewise shared that concern, right?
I do recall there was, I had prescribed oxycodone for in the past. Unfortunately, I do not have the actual note. I only have a pasted, as they call it, note from one of my prior notes that she had failed 2 urine drug screens where she had unprescribed medication I had not prescribed, noticed in her urine, and for that reason I had stopped providing oxycodone for her.
Okay. And she self-reports whether she has seizures to you or not, correct?
That is correct.
That's how you learn your information?
That is correct.
And she does testify that she had maybe some mild seizure symptoms, maybe that wake her up, but other than that, she said there aren't any seizures.
I believe they were hand twitching type of things that she would notice that she had reported, but that can be a precursor, a very minimal epileptic seizure, but did not stop her from being able to drive or function.
And obviously if somebody wants to drive, if a patient of yours wants to drive, they're likely not going to report that they're having seizures, correct?
Certainly that could be.
Hello, Wiggles.
So you were prescribing her medication, correct?
Yes.
So what happens if somebody doesn't take their seizure medication?
That does certainly increase the risk of having an epileptic seizure, but does not guarantee it.
Okay, thank you. Nothing further, Your Honor.
Okay, any redirect?
No.
All right, thank you very much, doctor. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is 12:07. Testimony and the exhibit. 90803 sub 4 talks about exceptions to the hearsay rule. The statements made for purposes of medical diagnoses or treatment and describing medical history or past or present symptoms, pain, or sensations, or the inception or general character of the cause or external source thereof insofar as reasonably pertinent to diagnosis or treatment. Dr. Reschel was her neurologist, not a foot doctor. And so her beliefs, her concepts, her thoughts, the way her brain was working, her concerns, her worries, and the other testimony about epileptic seizures and medication were all relevant in regards to and pertinent to diagnosis or treatment. Again, he's a neurologist. Those are the things neurologists talk about with patients. And again, not saying that foot doctors aren't important, but she wasn't there for treatment of her feet or, treatment of, or orthopedic treatment. So I allowed the testimony. That's all the record I need to make. Anything else before we break from the state?
No, Judge.
Defense?
No, Judge.
Okay, we'll see you at, everybody in their seats at 1:15 then. Thank you.
Judge, did the court decide how late we're going to go today?
Not yet.
Okay.
How many minutes do you have?
We have 5 shorter witnesses and then a very, very long witness,
Who's the long witness?
Detective Schrader.
Okay, we'll see what happens today.
Are they? What time is it there? Because according to this, we just caught up to the live. Okay. So we'll come back at 2:30 then. Yeah, 2:30. Be back at 2:30. That way we'll start a little bit late, like 15 minutes late. Does that sound good? I'll see you guys at 2:30. I'm ready for a nap. 2:30, guys. 2:30. Why won't it make me big? There I am. 2:30, guys. See you at 2:30. Have a good lunch.